third circle in about 30-40 seconds. And well, we've just lost 2 players. That's it. Not many fights have broken out. The two players who were moving away from the team, the scouts from the team basically haven't picked off him. The player from North Sazi was actually just completely caught off guard
আহ,
because he was actually
ওই যে
moving
হাতে
towards
ডিপি নিয়ে
the
ভালোই
side of the map,
খেলার
and
দিকে
there was
যাচ্ছে।
one scout being taken out. But on
আই
that
থিঙ্ক
side,
সে
now
মনে
I
হয়
think we
স্কট
might
দেখে
have a
ফেলছে,
bit of a skirmish
তো
between
সেখানে স্কপিং
SDZ
করতেছে,
and
সাদে যে একজন
PUBG
লাফালাফি করতেছে
as
সেটা দেখে ফেলছে।
RAR believe
এটা
has
আসলে
got that
মারার
safe
চেষ্টায় আছে,
position inside the WMC and
পজিশন পেলে
well
মারবে। আমার মনে হয় যে ওই
that is a big question mark.
তারাও দেখে ফেলছে না, আই থিঙ্ক
On
ড্যামেজ
the other
দিছিল।
side, oh my lord, Jelly
না,
is
ওইটা
completely
আরেক
bombed
জায়গায়
out.
চলে
It's
গেছে।
on the corner of the room
এখানেও
itself.
রাশ
Actually
রাশ
gets
খেলা
hit
হচ্ছে।
and takes a few shots. Jump now
দুইটা
coming in
মিলে
from
একটা
the left,
রাশ,
trying to
তো
run
একটা
through
নক করে
PUBG,
ফেলছে। ও
finding a
নাই,
teammate
দুইটাই
taken
নক
out.
হয়ে গেল।
Middle down Jay in the process,
ও
but
এখানে
that,
আরেক,
oh, that might just be the opening that his team needed.
এখানে
As
আবার অন্য
his
দেখতে
teammates have
এখানেও একটা
arrived,
রেষারেষি ভাব
still
আছে, তো
waiting
এখানেও
for the
খেলা
battle to start.
দেখা যাচ্ছে তুঙ্গে চলে
Absolutely
যাচ্ছে
bombing
এই
in.
মুহূর্তেই।
But now SDMZ,
আমরা
how
এখানে
are
চলে
they
আসলাম।
planning to retaliate? That is going to be a
আসলে
big
একটা
question.
পজিশন দেখালে ভালো মতো খেলাটা বোঝা যায়। তো এখানে আমরা কোচিংয়ের এখানে যে রাশেরি, আর এখানে আমরা চলে আসলাম আরেক। তো দেখা যাক কে কার উপরে রাশ করতেছে। ভালো শর্ট পুলের পাশে যে ফাইটটা চলতেছে, ডবল বিল্ডিংয়ের কাছে। তো এখানে দেখা যায় বাগি নিয়ে ওটা পালাচ্ছে। একজন মেম্বার হারানোর পর তারা হয়তো একটু ঘাপে গেছে, তাই জন্য তারা দূরে চলে গেছে। তো এখানে আমরা দেখছি কীরকম ফাইট চলতেছে। তো এখানে তেমন কড়াকড়ি কোনো ভাব নেই। এখানে তার পুলিশ স্কোয়াড আই থিঙ্ক আছে, তারপরে সে এখনও রায় দেওয়ার চিন্তা ভাবনা করতেছে না, কারণ এখানে ভালো মতো না খেললে পরে কীভাবে
And
ই করবে, এর
NRC
জন্য
catching
ব্যাকফল
them a
করতেছে
bit
এখন সে।
caught off guard. No chance to get a knock, but NRC coming in from the
সবাইকে
other side
বলছে যে
have
ব্যাকফল
actually
করো,
done some good
এখান থেকে তারা
situations there
ব্যাকফল
for
করবে এখন।
triple one.
হয়তো তারা
I
ঘুরে
think
অন্য
almost
রাউন্ডে
forcing the
মারামারি
issue
করার
there.
চেষ্টা
I think
করবে।
there's XB Junior, right? He is the man in the middle, stuck in the middle between Afar and Cocktail. Huda fighting on the flank. XB Range is in a lot of trouble. Junior slowly and steadily bleeding out. He's going to be finished off, and there is the finish. The other two remaining players from the side of XB Range are
তো
split apart,
এখান
and
থেকেও
they have
সে
no
ব্যাকফল
chance in
করতেছে। তো
bringing
মোটামুটি
the
জোনটাও
win
হয়েছে
home. No
কোচিংয়ের
chance
উপরে। তো
for
আপনারা
hospitality here.
দেখা
And
যাক
all
ইয়েলো
right, so
কোচিংতে আসতেছে, তো এখানে
7-8 in
গ্রিন
a
অলরেডি
massive, massive
কোচিংতে চলে
victory.
আসছে।
Gone completely. Going
সবাই মোটামুটি
into
জোনের
halftime
বাইরে এখনও
into
আছে, জোনের
victory
বাইরে
in
ফাইট
the gathering towards the
হবে
main
আশা
stadium.
করতেছি।
But
এখানে একটা
SDZ
রেষারেষি ভাব
with the
দেখতেছি।
victory, I think they're going to have a massive advantage in this game right now.
এখানে রেষারেষি ভাবের মধ্যে দেখা যাক কী হয়। এখানে ডাসিয়া হঠাৎ করে গাছের সাথে আটকে যাওয়ার জন্য অনেক, এখানে হঠাৎ করেই একটা রাশ ফাইট চলে আসলো। তো এখানে ভালো ফাইট হতেছে। এখানে যে সোলো ভার্সেস ফাইটটা হবে, তার জন্য সে কানে রাখার চেষ্টা করছিল, বাট আফসোটলি সে মারা যায়।
Hula Whitey, I mean, there was just one instruction to him.
এখানে
Run
দেখি তার টিম
towards the safe
মেম্বাররা কী
side.
করে। তার টিম
Go
মেম্বাররা এই
for the approach, and I think Miramar
বেশি দূরেও না,
fighting
কাছাকাছি
against
আছে, দেখা যাক কী
Wildcard.
হয়।
Absolutely missed the position of the scapegoat. He gets a
মোটামুটি তার
knock
বডি
as
লুটা
well.
শেষ,
Pulled back
পুরোটাই
to
কমপ্লিট হয়ে গেছে,
India as
পুরো
well.
বডিটাকে লুটে।
Eagle with the name of the map on there.
তো এটা ভালো ট্রেজারটি যে স্মোক করে লুট করা। দেখা যায় কি
You just like it because it has a rocket station, don't you? Yeah. I mean, there was a lot to love about the map, a lot to hate about the map, but that's just yeah. And the early days when we used to have those massive water circles, yeah. All right, so I think he knows the position of his opponent. He did. It did look like he was trying to toss a bit of utility in that direction. But Mifsal just going for the safer approach is going to smoke off his entire position, try and create some cover, create some rotating space to move forward. But SDZ, so they are stuck in a bit of a pickle. If you look on the map, I mean, there's another team quite close to them, and I think it's going to be one of the lads from the squad of Mark Penn, who is present. Mark Penn, they have been consistent yesterday as well.
They are being used down onto these areas, and now another a good throwable usage was just coming out there, but now Royale will be taken down, obviously, and that too by a Vector. That's brilliant.
Well, close range, the rate of fire does help you out, but the Molotov is going to be the thing that I think leads Roy to the demise. All right, he moves away from it, not taking enough damage to get finished off.
মরিটা অনেক সুন্দর ছিল, দেখা যাক এখন সে এইখান দিয়ে ঘুরে রাশ দেওয়ার চেষ্টা।
But the players from the side of SDC, they are definitely looking dead.
তার টিম মেম্বারকে বাঁচানোর জন্য সে গাড়িতে ফায়ার দেয় এবং
take his opponent out, still going for the shots, but Insanity has backed off. So now I think they're just going to wait and see if Roy
I think বলা হয় সে তার টিম মেম্বারকে বাঁচাতে পারবে না, এবং উপর থেকে অলরেডি কোচিং এর উপর থেকে একটি ফাইটের আওয়াজ শুনতে পাচ্ছিলাম। তো এখানে দেখি জোনের বাইরে ভালো মারামারি হচ্ছে।
SDMG in a lot of trouble. Sam on the floor right now.
নো চেঞ্জ, গ্রেনেড করতেছে এখানে অনেক।
But the nades coming in from Cocktail are going to dish out a lot of damage, and SDMC
নেটটা জায়গা মতো পৌঁছাচ্ছে না, বারবার এইখানে গাছের গুঁড়ো করছে, বাট তার আগে সে কি বুঝতে পারছে কিনা যে গাড়ির পাশে একটা এনিমি আসছে, তো সেই ক্ষেত্রে সে ড্রিল করতেছে এবং এমসি কাজী এখানে ঘোরাঘুরি করতেছে। তো এমসি কাজী সেখানে হঠাৎ করে দেখে ফেলছিল এবং মেরে ফেলা করে, সে এখন লুটার জন্য তাড়াতাড়ি দৌড় করে গেছে। তারা কি এখনো কি জানে কিনা যে সামনে তাদের একটা স্কোয়াড আছে, এনআরসি ক্লানের মেম্বারগুলো আছে, তো সে এখানে ফাইট করতে পারবে কিনা সেটা নিয়ে একটা বড় তোড়জোড় চলতেছে। দেখা যাক কি হয়। এখন আমরা কোচিংয়ে চলে আসছি, কোচিংয়ে আই থিঙ্ক মারামারি হচ্ছে।
Yeah, definitely. Final day, final few opportunities. Just 4 more matches to go. After this one, there's just going to be 3 matches to go. And XB ranges, oh no, pulled out. He was running for so long, but finally gets picked off. 17 minutes in, we still have 14 teams and 15 players alive. Oh, Vex unknown. But I mean, I don't think did he know that there was a person?
MK দেখি রাস্টার কি ছিল গুড MK বেস্ট গান বলা যায়, কারণ MK এর সাথে সাধারণত MK খুব কুইকলি নক করে ফেলে। এটা আসলে অনেক ভালো একটা যে গানটা, সেটা আমরা বুঝতে পারছি। এখানেও তো ভালো মারামারি হচ্ছে, গ্রেনেড খেলা হচ্ছে। এখন স্মোক করলো, এখানে দেখা যাক কি হয়। গ্রেনেড স্মোক কি মলিক, দেখা যাক কি হয়। নাইস ড্যামেজ। এখানে দেখা যাক আরো ভালো খেলা হচ্ছে। এখানে এত সুন্দর খেলা হচ্ছে যে ফায়ার পাশে আগুন চলতেছিল, বাট পুনরায় গ্রেনেড করার চেষ্টা। তো এখানে অলরেডি একটা নক করে ফেলছে, এর জন্য রাশ দিতেছে ভিতরে। দেখা যাক কি হয়। অলরেডি রাশ হয়ে গেছে। ও নো, ফুল টিম ক্লোজ। নাইস নাইস টিমওয়ার্ক, নাইস টিমওয়ার্ক। এখানে দেখা যাক নিচে আমরা অলরেডি কোচিং এর নিচে যে একটা ফাইট হচ্ছে, এখানে কি হয় অলরেডি মোটামুটি ভালোই খেলা হচ্ছে এখানে। কোচিং ওয়ার এখানে ইয়েলো টিম, মোটামুটি সব টিমই এখানে মোটামুটি চলে আসছে, গ্রিন ইয়েলো। তো এখানে দেখা যাচ্ছে কি হয়। অলরেডি 3 কিল করে ফেলছে S9 এখানে। দেখা যাক কি হয়। S9 এর সাথে এমসি কাজীর টিম পুরোটা এখানে আসছে, তো দেখা যাক কি হয়। মেকে তো অলরেডি জোন ড্রপকে যখন লুটতে যাচ্ছে, তো এখানে ফায়ারিং চলতেছে ড্রপের সাথে। দেখা যাক কি হয়। তো মোটামুটি সবাই জোনের দিকে আসতেছে, দেখা যাক জোনে কি হয়। জোনে যে বড় একটা জোনটাকে ছোট হয়ে গেছে, এখন এখানে অনেক সুন্দর মারামারি হবে। তো মোটামুটি সব টিম এখানে চলে আসছে, দেখা যাক কি হয়।
I mean, that's the thing. These are only 2 players. Obviously, they cannot focus on rotations as well. If they have a weekend, that's a good thing. But they know it. Once they move out in the open, they will be, they will be made victims of those shots and everything. Well, Amar was spotted down, but right now you can see Hazine as well just out here. Pablo onto the other direction. Somehow the revival is just arriving on that player, and you can just see onto this direction. So, on the open area, so many fight
করতেছে।
can actually break out, but the players are still trying to keep themselves with their composure and calmness. Sog out here taking down
আরেকটা
Amar.
স্মোক
So
করছে
fights
বেটার।
happening. Amar needs a
উপরে
revive
তার
once
টিমমেট
again.
আরেকটা নক
NRC's
হয়ে
one
গেছে,
player was
এর জন্য
down, he got
তাকে
up, and
রিভাইভ
now
দিয়ে
another one is down. So
আই থিঙ্ক
the
এখান
players
থেকে
will
নিয়ে
have to
যেতে
just
পারবে
look forward to
দ্রুত।
everything. All they can do is try and stop down the players of Seal and OPEX, but taking fight against two different teams, it might just be a difficult task. But OPEX, they are coming up really close onto their rotational side for themselves. But look at this, B2R becomes the next team to exit out.
Well, Born to Rush is going to be eliminated, and I think NRC, they have a really good hand in their fight against Team Seal, as one of the lads was rocked out, the revive was coming, but NRC, they are charging in, and OBMF in the distance is going to be there. Munsef and Unknown being taken down by the players of NRC. Seal on the other side, they are fighting the players of 187 coming in from the rear. Is this going to be a fight that Team Seal, they drop out, and it's going to be an interesting one. 187 absolutely have no cover on them. The nade in the hand of Baron is going to be tossed out towards his opponent, but it was a little bit overcooked. It blows up in the air, doing damage to absolutely no one. Team Bear on the other side, they are taking multiple fights from the safety of the compound.
ভালো একটা ফাইট হচ্ছে, তো এখানে গ্রেনেডের ড্যামেজ, তো এখানে বোঝা যাচ্ছে অনেক টিম একসাথে হয়ে গেলে যে জিনিসটা হয়, এখানে মোটামুটি ভালোই ফাইট চলতেছে। তো দেখা যাক কি হয়, কি কার গ্রেনেড নক হয়। উপর থেকে গ্রেনেড করতেছে, পাশ থেকে গ্রেনেড করতেছে, দেখা যাক কি হচ্ছে, বোঝা যাচ্ছে না ভালো মতো। তো দেখা যাক কি হয়, কোন টিম তাড়াতাড়ি এখান থেকে ম্যাচ থেকে চলে যায়। তো দেখা যাক, এখানে বাংলাদেশের টিমও ভালো মতো খেলতেছে। তো দেখা যাক, বাংলাদেশের টিম মোটামুটি খারাপ খেলে না। তো দেখা যাক বাংলাদেশের টিম ও নক করে ফেলছে এখানে। তো এখানে নিয়ে যাওয়ার চেষ্টা আসলো, বাট তার রাশ দিয়ে যাওয়ার চেষ্টা করতেছে, বাট
right next to the players from
ও
187,
এখানে কি
especially
খেলা
Nabu.
হচ্ছে, তো আপনারা
I gotta
বুঝতে
say,
পারছেন
right
কে
now,
কার
just by
উপরে
looking
রাশ
at it,
দিতেছে।
1-7 is looking brilliant with the fights, the way they are just, making Team Seal
এখন
hold
গাছের
their
গোড়ায়
backs
গ্রেনেডটা
onto the
করে
back end side.
দেখা যাক কি
So
হয়।
that's
গাছের
a
গোড়ায়
brilliant
নক
thing,
হওয়ার
but
চিন্তা
hey,
করছিল,
onto this,
বাট
you
এখানে
see
আরেক
OBMF, the
পিস্তলে
players
যাতে
have
তারা
fallen
ভুলে
down.
গেছে
Mark meanwhile gets
এখানে
eliminated on
কি
the 7th
করতেছে
position,
তারা
and they were in the
নিজেরাও
3rd
চিন্তা
position.
করতে
I want to see,
পারতেছে না। তো
where
এখানে
does it
তারা
take
ক্যাম্প
them
না করে
till
তারা
the end,
ওপেন মাঠে
because that's also
গোলাগুলি এমন
important when
ফায়ার
the grenades are
গ্রেনেড
being
সব
tossed
কিছু
on
ইউজ
from the players of
করতেছে।
Team Seal as they
দেখা
are
যাক
trying
কি
to
হয়।
go with everything.
22 জন
More and
আছে,
more
তো
nades just going
মোটামুটি ভালোই করে
outside
ফেলছে
onto those
সিএল
areas, trying to keep the players
স্পট।
down. One just hits wall, he takes one down, but Erangel goes down as Naeem was out there, takes down Seal. Zaki as well. The finishes are arriving. Team Seal is reduced to 2 men, whilst the third one needs up a revival right now.
তার টিমমেটকে
But
রিভাইভ করতে পারবে কিনা
187,
সেটা নিয়ে দেখা
brilliant
যাক।
fight, but the
এখানে
main
এত
thing is
ঝিঝিমি
now
লেগেছে
the
যে অনেক
circles
প্লেয়ার
arriving.
তারা
Yeah,
রিভাইভ করে
definitely a
ফেলছে,
good attempt
এটা
from
অন্য
the side
টিম।
of 187, and the blue zone is coming in. The circle
এখানে
has moved
ভালো
away
খেলা
from all
হচ্ছে,
three
সবাই
of these
মোটামুটি
teams.
কিল
They're
এত
going to be
ভালো ভালো
forced to
কিল
leave
করতেছে।
their
তো দেখা
positions,
যাক কি হয়।
abandon all hope, and well, basically take an exit from the sinking boat. But 187 need to be careful from the rear. Are coming the players of OPMF. The players prone down. Now they're still going to be standing. Is he going to spot or check? Oh yes, he does. Dictator is going to be there. Now they gets taken out. Naeem HP is really low. Takes down Dictator. See with the last player surviving. Nabu is there.
Wow.
They take him down as well. Just one more player. Murray from the flanks is coming in. Nabu, is he going to take it? No, it's hit actually who takes him down.
দেখা যাক কি হয়। খেলার বর্তমানে মুহূর্ত বোঝা যাচ্ছে না, অনেক এক্সাইটিং একটা ম্যাচ হচ্ছে এখানে। সব প্লেয়ার এখানে চলে আসছে, ওপেন পুরো ওপেন মাঠ। তো এখানে রাশ দিতেছে, রাশ মোটামুটি সবাই সবার উপরে রাশ দিতেছে। তো দেখা যাক কে তো এখানে দেখা যায় মোটামুটি সব ফায়ারিং ডিপি দ্বারা চেষ্টা, বাট নক হয় নাই। কে কাকে নক করতেছে, কে কাকে কিল করতেছে ভালো মতো বোঝা যাচ্ছে না। এখন এত একটা এক্সাইটিং যে খেলা হচ্ছে যে এনএফসি এখনই 5 কিল করে ফেললো। ড্রপটা একবার সেন্টারে ড্রপটা পড়ছে, একজন ঘর ক্যাম্প করতেছে, 3 স্কোয়াড পাহাড়ে এরিয়ার ভিতরে। S9 টিম এক সাইডে খেলা করতেছে। এখানে দেখা যায় এনআরসি নিচে, কে কার কোন টিমকে কে কতটা ড্যামেজ এবং কিল করতে পারে দেখা যাক। এখন জোনই বলতে পারবে। তো জোনটা এমন জায়গায় হয়েছে এনএফসির কাছে, না এনআরসির কাছে জোন হওয়ায় তো যারা ঘরে ক্যাম্প করতেছিল তাদের পরবর্তীতে একটা বড় সমস্যা হবে। তো এখন ধীরে ধীরে S9
That open area is going to be the most freaky rotation that they have to do in the entire game, right? Because this is where the final fights are. This is where you are the top 4, and this is where you have to make it inside the circle. See, 9 meanwhile takes down Senor, takes down 9 with a grenade. That was brilliant grenade. And if
nice right
we
business
have spoken where he needs to
59
another player that you can
রাশ করতেছে উপরে। তো দেখা যাক সে ধীরে ধীরে সে নক হয়ে গেল হঠাৎ করে। শুয়ে ভালোই রাশ ক্যাম্প করা হচ্ছে, এবং তার নিজের টিমমেটকে কি বাঁচাতে পারবে কিনা সেটা নিয়ে একটু কনফিউশন। তো এনআরসি গ্রাইন্ড করতেছে সামনে তার টিমমেটকে রিভাইভ করার জন্য চেষ্টা, সে আই থিঙ্ক রিভাইভ করে ফেলবে। তো এখানে অনেক হয়ে গেছে, দেখা যাক কি হয়। তো অলরেডি তারা রাশ উপরে চলে আসছে ঘর থেকে, এবং সে গাড়িকে দেখতেছে বাট গাড়িতে নেই সে, এখন উপর দিকে তারা স্মোক করে চলে আসতেছে। তো এখানে 4টা টিম মোটামুটি ভালোই একটা ইয়ে আছে। তো দেখা যাক কে কাকে মারে। 59-এর 3জন মেম্বার, এখানে এনআরসিরও 3জন মেম্বার। তো এখানে দেখা যাক কে কাকে বিট করে। তো জোনটা এখানে গ্রেনেড খেলা হচ্ছে। তো এত গ্রেনেড কোথায় পায় দেখা যাক। গ্রেনেড এত গ্রেনেডের খেলা এখানে হচ্ছে, মানে গ্রেনেডের খেলা। আই থিঙ্ক গ্রেনেড শেষ, মানে স্মোক করতেছে। জোন অন্য সাইডে হওয়ায় অনেক নাইস জায়গাটি ফিনিশ করার চিন্তা ভাবনা ছিল, বাট ফিনিশ করতে পারে। এখন আই থিঙ্ক আরেকটাকেও দেখতে পাচ্ছে। তো এখানে দুইটাকে একসাথে নিয়ে যাওয়ার চেষ্টা। আই থিঙ্ক কভারে আসে, একজন তারা মারতে পারতেছে না। মলি চেষ্টা, মলিটাকে ফেঁকা। নক লস্ট। তো দেখা যায় এখানে ড্রপের পিছে হিল করতেছে। নাইস মলি, এনআরসিকে মলি করে ডিস্ট্র্যাক্ট করার চেষ্টা। গ্রেনেড আই থিঙ্ক দেখে ধরছিল, বাট গুলিটা লাগে নাই। এখন কি হয় সেটা নিয়ে, এখানে গাড়ি নিয়ে বর্তমানে অনেকগুলো গাড়ি নিয়ে খেলা হচ্ছে। পাশে স্মোক গ্রেনেড। আই থিঙ্ক এনআরসির উপরে রাশ, এনআরসির উপরে শুয়ে যাওয়ার ট্রেজারটিটা অনেক পুরনো। দেখা যায় এখানে সাপ কীভাবে মারতে পারে কিনা। এনআরসি উপরে ভালো খেলতেছিল, এখানে এনআরসি আরেকটাকে নক করে ফেললো এই মুহূর্তে। তো এখানে নাইস, এনআরসির একটা মেম্বার অলরেডি ক্লিন করে ফেলছে। এখানে অনেক রাশ খেলা হচ্ছে। তো দেখা যাক কি হয়। নাইস এখানে উপর নিচে, এখানে নাইস। नाइस के जितलो तो 59 चिकन डिनर नाइस ব্যাপারটা शेल नाइस और टोटल किल रैंक #5 17টা কিল করে ফেলছে। তো দেখা যাক এখানে কি ব্রিলিয়ান্ট খেলা হয়েছে। তো আমরা মনে করছিলাম এনআরসি হয়তো র্যাঙ্ক পুশ দিয়ে এসে জিতে যাবে, বাট এখানে অবশেষে কি হলো যে মোটামুটি সব টিমের মধ্যে হাড্ডাহাড্ডি ফাইট হচ্ছিল, বাট দেখা গেল লাস্ট থেকে 59 নিয়ে গেল তাদের চিকেন ডিনার। তো সবাই হাকুর রইল, বাট কিছু করতে পারলো না। এখন নেক্সট ম্যাচটা স্টার্ট হবে কামিং সুন শায়নক মার। তো তো শানকে দেখা যাক কি হয়। শানকে তো এমনি বর্তমানে যে অবস্থা, শানক সবাই শুয়ে থাকে। তো এখানে সবচেয়ে বেস্ট কিল করছে রয়। রয় 7 কিল করছে, ড্যামেজ অনেক, সার্ভাইভাল টাইম 1। এখানে দেখতে পাচ্ছেন হিলিং ডান। তো মোটামুটি ভালোই খেলা হয়েছে। তো দেখা যাক কী হয় নেক্সট ম্যাচে। তো নেক্সট ম্যাচ পর্যন্ত বক ইংলিশে বক শুনুন।
Yeah, definitely would love to see more players, the top players of this game, and I'm pretty sure all the teams are going to be all the teams are not represented. We have Roy joined by Mute.
Two.
So yeah, 2 and 2. Seal 9 is there, and then there's NRC.
ERZxTRZ also did good in this game. Talk about the damage stats. Look at this. 826, 945. Amar had 3 kills though, but the damage number kind of wasn't in his favor. ERZxTRZ obviously, now they're just, coming up back again, that they wanted to just, make that comeback. But the thing is, will it be enough? On the final day, will it get them to top 2?
I think it definitely can if they carry on with the consistency and keep moving forward with the way they played this match. If they can have 2 more games just like this, they are pretty much in a comfortable position going forward in the last game. But that's the thing, do not leave things to the very last match. Do not leave things close enough to the very last match. We have seen this time and time again where things have gone that way. You don't have the safety cushion. You're just a few points away from qualifying.
Yeah.
And then in the last game, you're the first one to go out.
Yeah, I mean, that does happen. If you just talk about this one, talk about the match ranking, you can see seed line 17. The only team that had double digits. I mean, NRC was out there, but 9 kills were there with them. Team Bear, 6 kills, 187, 7 kills for themselves. And then talking about Seal Esports 2, SDZ 5. So the number was decreasing, but Seal 9 was looking brilliant.
Yeah, Seal 9, they definitely look brilliant. Seal Esports just managing to keep things in check. 8 points also coming in for them. But 187, this was an absolutely brilliant game for the team. I mean, they had a really nice match for themselves. I mean, and if they continue to perform this way, they can definitely make sure that they get an increase in the prize money that they will be receiving today.
Yeah, probably. Like they can actually just move forward to look forward to onto those things for themselves. But right now, as we could just talk about 9 to 16, we would love to see who are the other names that how jumbled the numbers are for those teams and for those players and everything. Because out here it's Markman, OPMF with no kill for themselves, Tino with 2, Maxis with 2, WG, B2R, WMG, XB Rangers, SDMG, they got no kills.
Yeah, they absolutely did not get any kills. OPMF at least managing to get some placement points for themselves. But Dino X Max Legends, I mean, 2 kills coming in for the teams. Apart from that, no placement points. So not really having the game that these lads wanted. But moving forward, we have the damage histogram, ladies and gentlemen, in front of us. And look at that. So, wow, that final fight was insane.
Yeah, it was. And 3 teams going out with the 2,000 plus damage for themselves. One with 16, almost 1,700 damage. You just call it for Team Seal because they have been good. When talking about the teams like XB Rangers and SDMC, you can see no kills but 60 damage, 164 damage. So it was like the damage department was not that good. So that just comes down to the fights that they actually took were upside down. Like they were the ones getting dominated by the other team. So that's just one thing that sometimes happens.
Yeah, it happens sometimes, and you can't really read too much into the situation. You have to move forward from it, look forward to the next matches, and then think about the games that are going to be coming up next. But with this out of the way, I think we would like to see what happened in this matchup, and we're going to see a few of the critical moments that are going to be the Oppo moments of the game.
Yeah, and this was the start. We never wanted the day to start up like this, but well, it did happen, and that was a good clip. We just talk about this one. But now Max Legends, they started off really good. They started off all their fights in a decent manner. And talking about all the other areas and all the other fights, I guess after when it will be like 7 teams or something, we're gonna see a lot of situations. But hey, unknown, this MK, because imagine those 20 bullets. If you don't use them wisely in the close proximity, things might just turn around.
Yeah, things might just turn around, and they're gonna turn out for the worst. But
now,
this was an interesting situation for the side of 187. They took this fight in a really nice manner. A few seconds ago, they were sort of pinned down by another team, and they knew OPMF was there as well. But 187 just rushing to the high ground first, just pinning down OPMF, stopping in their tracks and then pinning down and taking them out. That was brilliant.
Yeah, that indeed was brilliant. But talking about this one in RC, so yeah, the players slowly and steadily were going down and all those things were happening. But now, as you could see, even Ninth Circle was arriving when the fight was happening. So those final moments were the crucial ones. And the last player that was down, he actually did enemies ahead, and the player that was up had to just shoot him down.
Exactly. But now, I mean, we would like to see where does this match bring us in terms of the overall standings. Because, I mean, it is a big question, right? How much is the difference going to be? Alright, so 164 for NRC, they climb up, they take over Mark Penn, and 177 for Team Bear. So the first two are still pretty much the same.
They are pretty much same. I mean, NRC one more good game can, you know, take them up. Mark Penn as well. For Seal9, they need more. They need 2 good games out of the 3 remaining. That's how it is.
I think a match like this, and they actually move forward ahead of Team Bear. But that is the thing. 30 plus points per game is like a really hard thing to pull off. Also, NRC just about to hit the 100-point marker in terms of placement points.
Yeah.
I mean, an incredible performance from them throughout the tournament. But talking about the teams that are not doing so well, I mean, we do have Max, Legends, SDZ, OPMF, Dino, and 187 as well the bottom 5 of our standings.
In this game, 187 had a really good game. They just want to continue it. If they can continue this one, they will be having more and more back-to-back good, incredible games. Not even good, like incredible games for themselves.
Exactly, and those incredible games could come in the next few matches, because we have 3 more matches to go for the day. The next one is going to be Sanhok. But before that, we will be taking a very short break, so just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be right back. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 Spring Split South Asia Wildcard Regional Finals. This is Varun Super Johnny John, joined by Ocean Sharma, and match number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is live.
Yeah, we are your two pilots for, we have been for all this journey, and we will be for this one as well. You saw the flight path coming from the backside, in between Sami and Camp Charlie, moving on to the sides of Cow, and this is where you can see the teams just going down. I would love to see what the circle forms up and how the teams actually play in this one, because NRC, talk about this one, right? We talk about NRC, Team Bear, and talk about Team Seal, and Seal 9 with the chicken in top 5 mark pen. So this is the top 5 stacked team up. So we would love to see, you know, how those teams actually just, you know, form down when it's going to be the last game. Obviously, this is the second game, though.
Yeah, definitely. This is the second game, but we still have, after this one, we are going to have 2 more matches to go. Just 2 matches to decide the top 2 that will be moving to the PMPL South Asia Season 3, ladies and gentlemen. But, I mean, Ocean, I agree with you. I mean, the top 4 are definitely stacked and they look really strong, but we can't count the 4 teams below them as well, because with 2 matches to go, if you have back-to-back chicken dinners, I mean, I'm still going to count this one. So with 3 matches to go, if you have back-to-back good performances, if you finish inside of the top 3 with a lot of kills, I mean, assume getting 20 points in every single match in 3 games, if you can actually do that, you can qualify to the PUBG Mobile Pro League South Asia Season 3, ladies and gentlemen, and it is super exciting the way things are going right now.
It is definitely super exciting the way things are going up right now. But talk about Max Legends, they have a good area for themselves, but moving apart from that area is going to be a bit of a tricky thing, because a circle, you know, circle is not every time circle is going to be your friend. Sometimes it just goes with ups, sometimes it just goes with downs, and all those things kind of just, you know, play around with the players.
Dilla was trying to hop from one balcony to the other one, but the distance seemed a little bit too much. He fell down to the ground. But on the other side, ladies and gentlemen, on the other side of the map, in fact, on towards Shami, this time we don't have 3 teams in this city. We just have 1, and that is going to be Team Seal.
Yeah, I mean, teams, they know now what's happening, how the other teams playing. Plus, now's not the time to contest the drop locations.
Yeah.
That's going to be the last match, I would
Yeah, that
say.
is definitely going to be the last match. It always happens, right? I mean, any major tournament in the last game, every single team in the bottom just goes absolutely YOLO, and it is berserk, but it's also fun, super fun to watch. I mean, it's always fun to cast those very last games, because you know, moving forward in the end, my expectation from the last Erangel is going to be we start off and. We start off and it is like teams taking fights within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, talking about that one, somehow I would say the teams are looking good for themselves, but on to the other direction, you can see the players just, you know, right now in their comfort zone. Talking about the comfort zone, the first circle has started, but hey, Ghosty, oh! Did you see what happened? As soon as he opened the door, there was a guy waiting, just ready with the gun in the hand and just sitting out already.
I think Ghosty made it a little bit too much noise, and Roy, he was just waiting for him, because look at this. Roy has, like, he does not have enough on him, just has the armor and the first aid kits and the weapons, that is. Apart from that, he was absolutely naked over there. Just one headshot on him and he would have been out. So Ghosty just running into an unfortunate position, not aware of his opponents. And C-Line, they can walk away with the advantage in this match. But over to boot camp, ladies and gentlemen, where the players of OPMF are having a pretty fun time. Because, I mean, this entire tournament, these entire finals, they have not been contested even once in this position.
Yeah, talk about OBMF, yeah, they have not been contested, but this area is kind of just tricky when you talk about the contestations, right? If you are taking
সবাইকে ওয়েট করানোর জন্য বাংলায় কথা বলা যাচ্ছিল না, বাট দেখা যাক এখন কি হয়। অ্যানাদার টিমের সাথে খেলা হচ্ছে, তো শাইনকে মোটামুটি ভালোই সবার লুট করা শেষ। তো এখন কে কার টিমের দিকে যাচ্ছে দেখা যাক, কে কারে কথা বাস দিতে পারে। তো আমরা বাঙালি যেহেতু বাস সব জায়গায় আমরা ইউজ করে থাকি এখন রডের বদলে, তো দেখা যাক কি হয়। প্যারাডাইস রিসর্টে তো মোটামুটি এক স্কোয়াডই আছে।
They could be in the nearby vicinity still, so they need to be a little bit careful. On the other side, Team C9, they are still split apart from each other, so they're going to look to regroup.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely are going to look to regroup on those areas for themselves. And from the previous game, you remember yesterday's Sanhok, though, the water,
Oh yeah.
the water bridge area and the circle with that one. Like that was really brilliant. We talk about Bear Marvel team, Bear and OPEX. All right, Prince takes one down. The finish will be arriving right now. OPEX, they know that there's another team, and you can see Marvel taking down another player. I mean, Munsif has been taken down, so now Team Bear is like they got 2 kills, and OPEX is left with a 2-man squad already.
Yeah, 2-man squad. I mean, not a comfortable position for the team to be in. Plus, Toxin has also been caught out. Arimon is trying to charge into his compound. Arimon takes a lot of damage. Toxin is stuck right now. And, well, I mean, it's a 1 versus 4 situation, so I don't think the lad is going to survive for long. He takes down 1 player, 3 players still running in his face. Has a smoke in front of him. Is going to use it to deny the vision, but the door gets closed and it's going to be blown up. Toxin is not going to have a fun time in this situation. He tosses out another smoke covering out the other window and runs out the back door.
Yeah, he does run out of that area, but right now you can see Team Bear. All right, Toxin just out there. Just talk about the players and everything. You can see they can spot the players down, but Toxin is on low HP as well. Already will take it down, and now it's down to 1 final player. I mean, OPEX might be the first team to get eliminated if Marco comes up for a fight. And judging by the looks of it, Marco is just 1 road away from their opponents. So maybe. Maybe.
I don't think he has to come for a fight. I think Team Bear is just going to hunt him down. Yeah.
The fight goes to him. So, what you're saying is, imagine if this guy actually clutches it out. That's going to be a brilliant one. If he clutches it out, I'm going to dance when the camera just comes on me.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Same here.
Because see, it's not impossible, but the guy, he just has to be focused. He just has to be out here. He spots down 1, tries to take him down, and he did do a lot of damage though.
Yeah, but not a clutch.
I mean, not a clutch, but it was a good try.
Yeah.
I mean, talking about the situations, it happens sometimes, but we... okay, well, Team Bear is going to enjoy these kills for sure for themselves.
Yeah, definitely. And we are talking about an apex predator right here, the grizzly bear that these guys are. When they are hunting you down, you can't do anything. You just have to pretend to be there, dead in that scenario in order to survive. At least that's what I've heard, but it looks like even that is not going to work out, because if you stay, they are going to run into your houses and finish you off. But now, coming towards the southern side is going to be an easy rotation for them, as we do see, ladies and gentlemen, the Paradise Resort completely vacated. WNG and Max Legends have already moved and started their rotations towards the center of the map. And then we have Mark Peno on towards the side of Bahanua, moving in with the players of Max Legends and WMG all together. But now on our screens is going to be Team Seal. They again have the players of SDMZ in front of them, just like the last game, but this time the situation is going to be a little bit different.
It definitely is going to be a little bit different. We'll just talk about this one out up here. But Team Seal, yeah, they don't have any kills right now. They did not indulge themselves in the fight or anything as of now. So they are just still looking forward to all the things for themselves. But if we just talk about it, how the fights are going to be just moving up forward against the players, against the will of the players, it still kind of is a tricky situation. But look at SDMZ, the players are still just out there in the water lines.
Yeah.
I mean, just want to be a part with the water, because that's sometimes where Sanhok just plays the games with you. So
yesterday's day was amazing. Not just Sanhok, talk about Miramar.
All around the games. It was. So I was casting another region, and we almost saw a heal battle in Miramar. In that one, so.
It's been a while since we have seen a heal battle in Miramar.
I mean, yesterday's day exactly was amazing with the games, but today it's the seal the deal kind of a day.
Yeah, I mean, the deal is definitely going to be sealed, but is Team Seal going to be the one sealing the deal? That is the big question.
If Seal seals the deal, or Seal 9 seals the deal, which seal is going to seal the deal?
Yeah. That was a weird tongue twister. We are not going to play it into that one.
But the players would want to play with the AWM Laserman. Coming to an airdrop near you.
The airdrop is coming near you, yeah.
Yeah, talking about level 3 helmet, vest and backpack, it's going to be just out there. But the most important thing is, no team was out there onto that open area. So it's kind of as one thing. Plus, airdrops sometimes is a gamble. You might be thinking you go in for an M249, don't find it. You go in for an MK, you don't find it. You go for an AWM, it's not that much needed in the map like this. Obviously, you can take the heads out, but the responsibility that the gun brings with itself, you gotta carry it. You cannot even, no one would want to throw an AWM and pick up an M4 from someone else's crate, because AWM, what comes with it.
you know what comes
You
with
would not
it,
want to
and
swap the gun. Yeah.
exactly. It's going to be a really, really tricky situation for you to actually pull off. But talking about pulling things off, look at this. The players of NRC, Pablo, he has just left the area of docks and now he's moving forward. Hazeen and the other lads are already in the center, close to the players of Mark Penn. So they don't have the ability to fight right now. They're going to have to hold their position, hold their ground, and then when Pablo arrives is when they can think about fighting. The center of the circle as of now is actually pretty cluttered. The players of XB Rangers are there, SDZ, OPMF, Seal is moving in the direction, 187 is coming. No chance, and Seal 9 towards the east. From the northern side, the threat is going to arrive in the favor of Max Legends, Dino, Team Bear. But for now, I think it is going to be the eastern side of Query where the action is going to break out, with NRC, WMG, and Mark Penn actually already being present.
I mean, if we just talk about it, it kind of just, you know, sounds like it. It kind of looks like it. The action is just going to be out there. But look at this. OPMF has a really good area for themselves inside the circle. Sounds like a good area for them to just breathe the breathing spaces out there. But SDZ is just, you know, onto the back-end side. Team Seal is onto the back-end side of SDZ. And SDMZ wants to still make it inside the circle. Seal ankles outside the circle. So that one individual left behind might just change the pace of the game and everything.
Yeah, they can go for the change of the pace, but is that going to work out in their favor? That is going to be a really big question. And I think right now OPMF might be asking themselves the question as to why did they leave boot camp. But talking about leaving the situations, NRC versus WMG, already the fight breaking out. 1-1 knock coming in from either side. Brat might just get a revive along with Hazeen. But Mark Penn, they come in from the other side. The AWM in the hands of the players. Another knock coming in. And it is going to be an interesting situation as the three teams are going to try and fight it out to see the one who is going to survive.
We have to see how things just, you know, kind of change in this one as the players are just still trying to get the best out of everything. Seal Volley does go down, as we just saw in the kill feed right now. And talking about the players, WMG, well, they are trying to move up forward slowly and steadily. But we still, you know, kind of have to look forward onto the things, how they are just moving. WMG trying to look good for themselves, but it's just not enough. I mean, they got to end the fight somehow.
Yeah, before they end the fight, they have to, I think, figure out how they want to start the fight. But on the contrary, I mean, the teams have decided to actually disengage the situation completely. I mean, you do see the players of NRC and WMG both trying to find a better way to get inside the circle rather than fighting it out. Pablo on the other side, he has Sengi going for a wide flank, but he needs to be really, really careful over there.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of is tricky, it kind of is important, but look at that, Mark Momo also just, you know, goes down onto the situation, onto the stuff out at WMG. We just talk about the players. You can see Sengi onto the other side, just trying to create a good angle, trying to spot down the players of NRC if he can. But the most important thing is circle, 300 meters. Meanwhile, Aksam takes down SDZ's ICAM, and ICAM's grenade takes down Aksam, so that was a grenade trade. We just, you know, want to talk about this one. So the nade trade did just come in. It just arrived out there. And now, well, talking about this fight, again, players are moving up forward, but Mahu finishes out ICAM, and Dhag has been taken down, so OPMF is looking good, and SDZ is in a lot of trouble. Well, talking about troubles, the team gets eliminated.
Well, that is definitely a lot of trouble, right? But look at this. NRC could be the next one as the blue zone comes in. Amar is going to be taken down. Sengi knows the position of Susti, so they're going to run in and get into a better position from where they can actually spot the player and stop them in their tracks, which is over to the Vector. But the distance, I think, is going to be a little bit of a troublesome situation. He's closing the distance slowly and steadily. Vector is pretty deadly up close and personal. Pablo from the rear can dish out a lot of damage, but this nade from Sengi can actually do the trick. Is it going to connect? That is going to be a big question, but on the other side, questions are being answered as the crossfire set up from the players of XP Rangers. OPMF, oh, why did you have to peek? Why did you have to peek? If you had stayed hidden, you could have taken on the players, you and your teammate together, but now Dictator might just be able to turn things around as the player is trying to fight from the corner of the wall. Not enough damage, and there it is. XP Rangers, they get finished off. OPMF, they win this skirmish.
Wow, it was a fight the way it actually happened, the way it actually did, you know, just went down. So that was something that just, you know, went forward onto the stuff. But now if it's just, you know, moving up forward, you can see NRC stay out there, and OPM again, they have a good area for themselves inside the circle, and that is one thing that just kind of matters up right now.
Yeah, it does matter, and it does matter a lot. But OPMF, as you said, the position in the center matters a lot. But look at this. So theirs is the only compound in the center, like a huge cluster of huts. And the teams are definitely going to try and pick them off and take that position away from them.
And that's important, right? That is important because that is kind of like the golden compound out here. Like we talk in Miramar, in Miramar, there's that golden Mirado, the one that with the swag. Right now, this is the one that where the bounty is at. You can just have a look at this compound, OPMF. The players just holding up this area. But my next question is going to be, what about the circle? How is the circle going to play around it? Because the circle definitely is going to leave that bootcamp area slowly and steadily. And from bootcamp to the open area onto the south, that's going to be one thing. From Query to that house is going to be another thing. We talk about the fights, 187 still surviving, and Team Seal are just out here, and the revivals. Oh, it's going to be a different time. But now Nare has been spotted or not? That's one question. I mean, Baron, he can get the kills for himself. Oh, the grenade pretty close to him.
Yeah, the grenade did drop in quite close to the lad over there. But Team Seal, they're going to be in a tough position right now. Wally, he was quite overexposed. Also, the players are sandwiched. SDMZ on one side, then there's 187 on the high ground. As we did talk about it, we did see the players of 187. They're not scared today. They want to take these fights. Psycho just holding his ground, knows the position of the players. All players in front of him. Peeks out, goes for the fight. 1 versus 3. Not a smart idea, so he's going to be picked off.
Not so good, not so bad, you know, just in the middle. That's where the idea was right now. But look at this. See, they have to move up forward. Nasiazin, he takes down the kill of SDMCRA. The kill has been taken down by himself. And now Team Seal once again moving up onto a good area for them. So the major chunk of problem for Team Seal is to get inside the circle. That's the only thing that the team is thinking of right now. But NRC, they are the ones taking a fight outside the circle.
Yeah, definitely. And it is going to be a troublesome situation for NRC to see how they are going to move in. But look at this. So fights are breaking out basically everywhere on the map. Born to Rush taking on the players of Dino. Dino going down 1 by 1. And Dino is going to be finished off.
Well, Team Dino, yeah, they do get eliminated out onto this situation, onto this one. But if we just, you know, talk about all the other situations, all the other things, and the stuff out in the situation, somehow, Team Bear Marvel gets 3 kills. He's on a domination roll right now, if we just talk about this one. So this is a pretty good, pretty decent fight for everyone just out here. SMC Jali, they are taking down players of NRC. Hazin has been taken down. Seal Ankle, a good grenade, but nobody home or something. Not as such.
Well, yeah, not as such. And 187, they are present in the area. They can gatekeep the players of Team Seal. SDMZ in some trouble as NRC. They're coming in from the rear, from the blue zone. No one expected that. They get a few knocks for themselves. In fact, 1 knock comes in their way. But how are NRC planning to move inside the circle? That is going to be a really, really big question. It's going to be a troublesome situation for the lads. But 187 Napu with the nade is going to get a knock. He took the shots and, well, Team Seal, they are falling apart.
Napu's Molotov did a lot of damage already onto the player, and then that obviously in this combined with the circle, it actually just took him down. So that was brilliant. But now look at this Napu, just trying to take put a lot of pressure again. 187. Once again, the game might be in their hands, and all the players are moving up forward. Is this a good decision or a bad one? We still have to see the Molotov comes around from onto the other side, but no, the shots have been taken down. Now Hit has been spotted. He goes down as well. Team Seal. How did they survive this one, as now they are the ones moving up forward against 187. Naeem's out there. They gotta check their left, and they do check their left. One more goes down. No, Napu goes down. Now Naeem is outside the circle. What is happening? Team Seal's final player. Where is he? Where is Naeem? You can see Naeem out there just healing out already on the 5th circle, but Seal's one final player. His location is the most important right now.
Yeah, definitely. Last player's location is going to be important. Otherwise, he might be able to secure this kill before he goes out. But no, Team Seal, they will take an exit in this matchup. We're down to 10 teams. Naeem, he has 4 first aids. He needs to move in the circle. It's not as close as you might think. Gets a few more. In fact, gets 1 more now, up to 5 first aids. Putting them on as he moves forward. But on the other side, Team Bear, it looks like they are being caught off guard. 2 players already being finished off. Now it's Marvel and Arimun who are still surviving. Markpen, they take an exit in this match. Arimun gets taken out. Born to Rush Nisal barely managed to make it inside the circle.
Yeah, they do barely kind of just, you know, manage onto this area. But if you just, you know, talk about the situation and how the fights are happening, you can see the way the things are just struggling out in this one. Somehow we're down to 8 teams, and this is still looking, you know, brilliant when you talk about the fights that are just, you know, moving on forward.
Yeah, definitely. And talking about fights moving up forward, so are the teams. There's hardly anyone inside the circle. Like, look at this. The players of Team Bear are in front of us, Born to Rush as well. They are like 120, 114 meters away from the circle. So that's a big distance, especially in the 6th circle that you're going to have to move in Sanhok. On the other side of things, I mean, we do have OPMF who are in a really comfortable position with 8 kills, 3 players still alive in this matchup and managed to make it into the top 8. So they have a high probability of getting themselves the chicken dinner, but Miramar on the flank, spots on Nisal, takes the shots, but from the distance, Legends Dilla is going to be the one shutting him down. And Team Bear, they take an exit in this match. OPMF, they are getting charged upon by the players of No Chance. Axim is there with the barrel, is going to fall back inside the hut as he knows the players of No Chance are coming and he is outnumbered. He needs to go towards his teammate, go towards the cover, go towards the backup. He has managed to do that, but he still needs to survive.
Gazi gets finished down. Look at Senior. He has been taken down as well. Ankaj is trying to get that kill. Cocktail, I mean, the kill still goes to the teammate only. It's just out there. But talking about and moving up forward, you can see the players still trying to get themselves onto a safer location down to 6 teams. As B2R also gets eliminated out at the 7th spot. OPMF, they have 9 kills. They have had this area for so long. They would not want to lose at this moment. They would not want to just, give away everything. No chance. Well, the zone is not actually their friend right now. They have to be outside onto an open area. Then they have to move inside the circle. Talking about the circle, it has left OPMF as well.
Yeah, OPMF not going to be safe anymore. The circle has taken control and has moved towards the direction of Max Legend. In fact, look at this. This man is back at it again, ladies and gentlemen. Amar is going for the heal battle already. 5 first aids. And, well, yesterday he did do the same thing on Sanhok. Did manage to bring his team inside of the top 5. Right now inside of the top 6. Can he make it in the top 5 again? 2 days in a row.
Well, we still have to see. I mean, he is in top 5. We just talked about it. 187
he does
get eliminated. He makes it to top 5. Amar and his heal battles. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of how Amar saves the day with the heal battles on Sanhok. That's one thing that was happening. And no chance, Anka. He's the one surviving as Cocktail has been taken down, and now he has to just move up forward. But if we just talk about the fights and everything, OPMF, the team is on a bad situation. And you can see Playzone takes down Seal 9. NRC still surviving in top 4 right now. OPMF might just follow them out, but no chance, Anka. He does not have any heal. Will Amar bypass this individual as well? He's trying. No, he goes down. Amar's in top 3. No chance. No. Not no chance. NRC, I mean, I was going to say no chance that Amar could actually do that, but no chance went down, and Amar was actually able to do that from NRC. He's in top 3. He's in top... No, okay.
He finally gets taken out. He ran out of first aids, did not have any more. He's going to be finished off, but we know who's going to win this game. It is going to be Max Legends. The emotes are being popped out, ladies and gentlemen, as Dictator is just trying to stay alive.
Just picture this image. Picture this image, the way this image is. Picture this image while one's dancing, the other one's just out there. Just picture this image, how this is.
Well, Dictator is not going to be able to do much. 2 first aids on him, and he's going to run out after this one. But they have 10 kills, OPMF, so a pretty good game coming out from the team.
Yeah, I mean, brilliant game coming out from these players, and all the players just, staying happy. Oh, they have a grenade.
Nade him.
No. Like, what are they doing? But I mean, they were just trying to do something, but there is Playzone takes the last player down, and now they're going to go into the Molotov. Well, that's just one thing, but that was a good game.
We've talked about, I mean, teammates nading each other in the early stages. Might as well do it if it's a 1v4 situation and the one player is inside the blue zone. But Max Legends getting the chicken and getting 28 points in this match just brings them in the top 11, on the 11th spot, in fact, in the overall standings. Still a lot of distance to cover if they want to qualify.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is, how bad it is, but it's for sure a good refresher for the players, right? It's a reflection that they did good. They were doing good previously as well in the previous week. They did good today in this particular game. And obviously they enjoyed doing it. You saw those emotes just, passing around, flying around.
Yeah, definitely a good performance from these players, but I would like to see the MVP of this match. I'm pretty sure someone from the side of OPMF is going to be on the list.
We'll see that for sure if we just talk about this one. And if we talk about Max Legends, they also had good kills, exactly I was going to say, and 8 kills by Dilla. That's why that's what the dance was. It was already a celebration.
And look at the difference between the damage being dished out and the healing being done by the player. 712 damage being dished out with 187 healing done.
Wow, that's actually a pretty, big of a gap if we talk about this one. And the kills also justify his posture, right? He was just going all in blazing with the guns and was doing good. Did not have any assists though.
Yeah, did not have any assists on him, but as we move forward, have a look at the top players of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We do have Zaki from Team Seal in the list with 3 kills, 794 damage. Then we have Murray from the team of OPMF with 4 kills, 470 damage. Then we have Samitha from Max Legends again, 3 kills, 506 damage.
Yeah, exactly. We do have all these players just out here, but if we're just talking about the fights that did happen, those were some of the most brilliant fights. We gotta talk about those as well. We'll see those moments once again pretty anytime soon. But if we're just moving up forward onto this one, I would love to see and love to know like what was going on in the minds of these players when the circle, like for OPMF, think about it. The zone was their friend. Next movement, like in the final moments, it just shifts just a bit forward.
Yeah, definitely. But let's have a look at the rankings of this match. And moving forward, 28 points for Max Legends. We do know them. But look at this. OPMF, 22 points coming in for OPMF as well. NRC finishing with 12 points. Placement points being brought again by Amar.
Yeah, I mean, that was just happening. We just, talk about it. But, moving up forward, you can see no chance in RC. Those teams were just out there. B2R, they have 8 points, Seal 9 as well. But NRC, I mean, Amar, he started off healing when it was like 6 teams remaining. We were thinking he'll be in top 5, goes top 4, gets out in top 3. But this guy's brilliant. I mean, I'm a fan of his heal battles now.
Same here. I mean, it is incredible. And he always does them on Sanhok. That is the weird thing. We've never seen people resort to this sort of a situation. Where we started seeing this from the Global Championship.
From World
Global
League.
Global Championship League stages, if you remember.
World League, Dr. Ryzen.
That was vacantly.
But still, like, he did that in Sanhok as well, like 2 games
Not
later.
to the extent we saw in the Global Championship, if you remember.
He had 24 first states, and if you're talking about Global Championship, football is 36 first states.
I'm talking about the play from the side of A1 Esports, a team that's going to be present.
A1 Esports, if you talk about A1 Esports, A1 Esports' heel battle, that took them down to the 2nd position. That was a brilliant one, just, away from the circle, just healing up and the moving. Wow.
And that team is going to be present in PMPL South Asia. So, well, I mean, it's going to be a pleasure to see if NRC actually make it. Then the gods of heal battles colliding against each other on Sanhok.
Well, look at this. Team Seal's damage was the highest out there with 4 kills.
4 kills with 1761. Who are they fighting?
They were fighting 187 with the sides of the circle, if you remember. Circle and then 187, and then Team Seal's one final player remaining in circle, and again. So, wow.
Did that fight go on for that long?
Wow.
I mean, then it was just the last player being taken out by the play zone, but still, that fight must have been absolutely insane.
That would, I would say they were fighting that team and obviously all the other teams around as well, because their main concern was always to get inside the circle. The zone was not their friend for like 2 circles, meters, 2 circles back to back. They had to be, fighting up with the circle, so something like that.
Let's have a look at the open moments of this matchup. I'm pretty sure we're going to see that fight again.
Yeah, I mean, this was the first fight that just happened, the first skirmish. But then this is where, Team Bear just, wiped out the squad of OPX. If we just, talk about this one. And moving up forward onto everything, I would say somehow Sanhoks are the ones that bring out a lot of surprises or like something like that. Unexpected moments, actually.
Yeah, unexpected moments, and we're gonna keep on seeing.
This is where it started.
Yeah, this is where Team Seal's fight started, taking on the players of SDMZ, and then we had 187 coming in from the all right, NRC was in the backlines as well, so they were basically taking on 3 teams together.
They definitely were, and they were in all the fights, but the confirmations were only 4.
Yeah.
So it depends on like the good fights and the bad fights now.
That is definitely a bad fight. If you're taking on 3 squads at the same time, especially out in the open, and on Sanhok you have the high ground, it's definitely it's hard to convert in your favor. But yeah, our man Amar already going on the heal battle even before we even realized it. No chance Anka trying to run in Max Legends. They have control of the game. They have the most players. They took all the good positions in the circle under their control, and it was their chicken dinner to secure.
Yeah.
OPMF had they had players to take the fight, they would have gone for it, but it was just Dictator surviving, so he had to just do what he could to survive.
I mean, definitely that's one way that, you know, we just saw this game just moving up forward. Talk about the overall ranking, 200 points for Series, but they just reached out here right now. NRC 109, Team Bear coming up on the second, but still now again the pressure's on Team Bear. 183, 176, 162. NRC, Markpen, Seal 9. They don't want to give up easy.
Yeah, they definitely do not want to give up Markpen and Seal 9. Look at this, 162 points to both of them. But I think the most pressure is going to be coming in from the players of NRC on the players of Team Bear. Just 7 points separating the two teams. But on the other side, we have 9 to 16 in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. The teams that I think Miramar is the match where they can actually start going YOLO at this point, because 128, 122 for no chance. They are really, really far behind.
Yeah, they definitely are really far behind. If you just, you know, talk about this one, if you just look at all those things, you know, how the players have been playing. We saw the teams playing, right?
Yeah.
But I would love to know about the players in their individual skirmishes and how they have been just moving up forward.
Well, let's have a look at head-to-head between two of the really interesting players that we have, Max Stilla and Zaki from Team Esports.
All right. Well, they are pretty close with their kill counter as compared to their knockout counter. If we just, you know, talk about this one, the average survival time is also out here, and if we just, you know, look forward to all those things, you can see damage given versus damage taken. That was a big difference in those ones.
Definitely, it was a big difference, but the differences are not going to stop as we still have 2 more matches to go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a very short break right now, so just stay tuned, keep watching. We'll be back after this. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, welcome back to the PUBG Mobile Club Open 2021 Spring Split South Asia Wildcard Region Finals. My name is Warren Super John. Joining me on the desk is Ocean Sharma. A slight slip of tongue over there as well. I mean, it is bound to happen because final two matches. This is going to be the map of Miramar.
That's the heat. That's the heat. That's just building up out here. Yeah. If we just want to talk about this, and the map is right in front of our screens, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You can see from Impala.
Yeah, to La Cobriera, and it is going to be quite an interesting match. But last two games, ladies and gentlemen, and no one knows how it's going to end.
I mean, that's totally true. That's how it's going to be.
That is how it's going to be.
Well, there's the flight path. Minas Journalist, Graveyard, San Martin, Hassan del Patrona, could be good areas. La Cobriera as well. If a team wants to drop down, they can drop down out on those locations. El Pozo, El Azhar are going to be two good areas as well. Picaro, I mean, it's the center of attraction, but sometimes not exactly the center of fights. Well, that's the beauty of Picaro.
Yeah, that's been how that's how it's been for the last few days. But moving forward in the situation, look at this. So 187 towards Porto Palacio, Max Legends on towards the southern side of Impala, but two of the players looks like they're going towards Los Leones City, and well, Team Seal, they are heading there as well, along with the players of WMG.
Yeah, I mean, all the teams, all the players are heading on to their own locations. And talking about Miramar, you can see how long actually it takes, for the plane to just, exit stage right, and for the players to just drop down onto the locations. But in that, one good news, most of the teams are just out here inside the circle, except for XP Rangers, Seal 9, a few players are inside the circle, few are not. 187, they are outside the circle. But the zone, by the looks of it, I mean, it's going to be you can call it like the north of Junkyard to El Azhar kind of a circle. We'll see how that just happens in a while, though. But Markman, for now, is in the center of the circle. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 2 games remaining, right? We're talking about this, including this one, obviously. 2 games remaining, and top 5, the contestation is fierce. I mean, Seal is obviously at the top, but apart from that, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, the contestation is fierce. And one of the most important things, the most important thing, if you just have to, just talk about this one, somehow what I'll be feeling is I would love to see if there's a change. Obviously, I would not want the team to on the second position to drop down, but the most important thing is I want every team to give up the best of the best fights.
Well, definitely, everyone is going to give their best, but right now we have a few energy drinks that are being picked up.
8 goes down in that.
Wow. ICAM, and
he gets 8 energy drinks, and now he's just, using those shortcuts. But the only, the effect of that one is it creates a lot of noise. Obviously, there's no one onto that area. That's just one thing. But an S686 in Ghosty's hand, and just, it's just the cowboy things, just moving up forward onto the sides of the lands of Miramar, moving on from the compound to compound, just trying to spot another one. Ghosty has a mutant. All right, we were talking about this. We wanted to see this gun in action. He has a mutant for now. Let's see if that, just gets put onto its best use. Yeah,
we're going to see if the usage is going to be perfect, and we will be seeing how the weapon is going to be put to use. We were having this conversation just yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, about the weapons in the match, and how the mutant, even though a good alternative to not having a DMR, could actually be a viable weapon for you, but how we have seen the weapon fade out of the meta. But I mean, it is going to be quite interesting to see what sort of a performance this player can draw out from him. I mean, if he actually even uses it or not.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing. That's one thing for sure. If you just want to talk about this one, but if you just look at this, you can see Dino Saltion just once again just trying to make up the best of the things for himself. But if you just have to talk about this one, I would say how the things are going to be moving up forward onto the things. As he's seen Sanvi trying to make up a good area for himself. 12 seconds. And the zone's going to come. I mean, zone is just going to be away from like 2-3 teams, because we saw a major chunk is still inside the circle.
Most of the teams are already inside the circle, so not going to be too much trouble for them to actually get in. I mean, look at this. So we have the players of 187 in front of our screens right now, like 500, 600 meters away from the circle. If they can find a vehicle, it's going to be an easy rotation for them to actually make. Plus, considering how big this map actually is, in the early stages, you don't see too many teams actually fire it out in the middle of the rotations in the early stages, especially. But as we move on to the later stages of the match, I mean, third circle, fourth circle onwards, that is when your rotations actually have to be really well thought out from where you're going to go, how you're going to take covers in the middle of the rotation. So that is going to be during the later stages. The early stages of Miramar, we know we hardly get to see any fights. So we still have 16 teams, 64 players alive. Team Seal having a really good time as far as the standings, the overall leaderboard is concerned. As far as the matches are concerned, Team Steel, even if they get taken out early, they make sure they get 4 to 5 kills in the games that they've taken early exit on. We hardly have seen this team be eliminated with nothing on the scoreboard. So that is the reason that this team is leading the charge right now. But 2 matches to go. It is going to be really hard to contest Team Seal. But apart from them, can someone else actually contest the other players? I mean, the teams on the second position. What is going to happen to Team Bear?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, right? We were talking about the contestation, and now as the matches are just 2 in the numbers, including this, like you can call it what, 1.5 or something, I don't know, but the number has decreased. So the teams with the intensity. Now for the other teams, it's kind of a fight for the prize pool. They want to go for that one. I mean, get a major chunk of it, just, go for the bragging rights and all those things. But, hey, after this, 1 more match remains. And then we get the first set of 2 teams that will be actually qualifying onto the next stage.
Well, definitely. And the qualification is going to be quite tricky as well. Because it is quite a close competition as of now. So the teams will have to be extra careful in the last 2 matches. Other than that, I mean, imagine if Team Bear actually get the chicken dinner in this game and they have like what, 10-15 kills. Then the last match they can pretty much chill.
I mean that's just one thing, right? When you're just saying about this one, I would say yeah, but it's a long shot. We can have speculations, we can have possibilities, but hey, possibilities is a word for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, because those things are possible, and what is possible can potentially happen. But what is going to happen to the players of 187? Only time will tell. Using the bike to rotate Nade and Hype on our screens right now. They are on towards Impala, so there's a team on the radar that we can see in the distance, but I don't think anyone has spotted anyone right now, so both the teams are going to head and keep on heading on their merry way, not stopping for collisions. But talking about collisions, 187, they might just run into the players of Max Legends. Look at this, Naim with his buggy, closes the distance, Samita's going to be there, the shots come in, Naim fails to get a knock. He has been spotted out. His teammates come along with him. A fight breaking out between Max Legends and 187.
Yeah, that just happened out here. But if we just talk about all these situations, all these things, you can see the players just trying to move up forward onto themselves. But hey, 187, this team has been on the roll right now, but they gotta check their rights because there was a player, Jay, out there. Now Max Legends, I mean, they have it under control for themselves, as one of the players will be taken down, and that's where the first blood is. Jay getting the best out of his opponents, and now he has to move up forward. Let's see how the things just move on, as they have the first kill, the first blood, the first of everything, the first of aggression as well. Can they get the first wipe? I mean, it should happen if we just talk about this one. But 187, all the players, like 3 players that are surviving, they're just out here on a bit of a back end side. Getting out of this position is going to be a tricky thing as well, because if you get spotted down in your vehicle, you get taken out from a moving vehicle, and then your teammates will have to leave you out in the open. Something like that might just happen, but right now you can see now with a grenade of his own, just going it out. And that was a brilliant grenade. Dilla goes down by Napu's grenade. That was a brilliant grenade, and now the players have to move up forward also. So, yeah. And that just happened. And now talking about Max Legends players, it's a 3v3 affair. I mean, looks like Dilla's getting a revive, but look at that Molotov. That was a brilliant timing for that Molotov, and the crowd shots were just, arriving. But then there's a brilliant crate. But hey, on to the other side, the Molly did the job. But talking about Napu, he did take down 2 players, but he will be finished out as well. Brilliant fight Brilliant fight, brilliant effort.
Well, an amazing fight does come in for the players of Max Legends, and Aladdin, he's going to have to revive his teammates over there. They're going to have to heal up, and then they will have to fall in line. And with that, I mean move inside the circle. WMG, they have managed to make their way in. Team Seal might have been a bit of a scuffle against with the players of SDZ or the players of Dino. But look at this. So Dino is there, Seal is there, SDZ. They are moving in towards the players of OPMF and Markman. And well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, the first airdrop is going to be there. A really nice, beautiful shot of the airdrop being shown to us by the observers. Kudos to them. But this one has the Groza and the 4X along with the level 3 kit. We did see a vehicle passing off in the distance. So that team is definitely not heading in this direction because they just went straight up, ignoring the airdrop. And talking about the team, it is XB Rangers, who we do see are headed towards the location of the players of OPEX right there. So OPEX, they need to make sure that they have a comfortable stance in the fight because, well, the fight is going to break out at any moment. But talking about moments, I mean, we do have the players of No Chance who are on towards the San Martin area, and the players of Bear are closing in from the rear. Kazi was quite far away from his team, so he might be able to create a sort of an eliminating situation for them, but this is what I was talking about. XB Rangers are going to be spotted out by the players of OPEX. The shots come in from unknown, but he fails to connect anything.
I mean, he did try though. He did try to take up those shots if we just, talk about this one. But now we still have to, look forward to see how the fight just moved on as Markman Momo was just out here, just, trying to barely survive onto this area. But does he know? By the looks of it, yes, he does. But will he be able to just, take everything out onto the fights? Yes, he will. But Momo, he's burning out. He's burning out. The Molly did the damage. The Molly did the damage. But will it be able to do the job? No, it did not. Now, the throwables from his direction are just, being taken out. The grenade was out there, but that just confirms that Momo has been here. Pasta, meanwhile, pretty low on HP. Would want to, just take up something like a medkit, and yes, he does. Yes, he does. But Pasta has a brilliant off angle if you just, want to talk about this one. So we have to see what he does as he is trying to spot ICAM down. One wrong peek, and ICAM kind of go down. And what was that? What was that Mirado doing on to the left-hand side? I mean, I don't know, but I would love to see how that Mirado was jumping or bouncing onto that other direction. Right now, Pasta still trying to, just look onto that direction. But if we just look on this one, the players, slowly and steadily, the damage is being done. Markman, they got to survive this game. If they want to be in the fights of top 2 or something, they got to survive this game. Oh, the damage on Momo was done once again.
Well, the damage is going to come in, but it's not going to be enough to take the man down. He is still surviving, as you said. Illusion at Pelzang in the back lines. This is going to be a tricky one for the players of SDC to make work. A good attempt from Dhage with a nade being thrown, but it blows up in the air, and Momo actually runs back.
The smoke was done by SDZ, and it helped Momo to just, run back onto that area because the players were not able to take a perfect TPP. But Insanity goes down. That was a brilliant one. Momo low in HP though, and Pelzang is just out there. Illusion's also just, running onto that area. And now it's time. It's time for the players. If they want to rush up, they can do that. Talking about the circle goes on to the sides of Junkyard to Hacienda del Patron. That's where we can see the circle up right now. And talking about the throwables that the team is doing, it is just at a good area, but the thing is, it's just going a bit out. They want to use another Molotov, but by the looks of it, sounds like it might just be a long shot. They did use that, but it's not going to connect anyone. So that's just one thing. But if we talk about the players and everything, Markman, like they are still having a decent area for themselves inside the circle. All they need to do is just stay here, take up the fights, and probably just, get this squad.
Yeah, get this squad. That is going to be the most important thing right now, because if they don't, well, moving forward in the game is going to be a little bit tricky. They might be taken out, but the fight breaks out. Momo spots out too, coming in from the flank. The shots come in. He fails to get a knock. He's still going down. The players jump in front of him. He goes for the shots again. 2v1 situation and takes both of them down with the spray from the barrel, connecting in their faces. The third one is going to be brought down as well. Momo on his way to complete a 1v3 situation, and the kills being confirmed is going to make sure that he gets all 3 kills. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, they have taken down the players of SDZ. Just one lad still survives, and he is going to be forced to run away.
Well, he is on to the other direction, and that's where Pasta was previously, but now Pasta also just arrived, and now it comes down to Pasta. Will he be able to spot down the players? By the looks of it, he spots on Kazi, and boom, that was a good shot, though. Well, it did not do much of damage at this moment, but that sounded like a really good shot, as it just was. Talking about the players of Markman, well, they have these kill points. Can can they get the game points? And that's the most important thing, that, you know, the placement points. So it's kind of a game of that thing only. We're down to 15-minute marker, almost. Third circle is closing up. 15 teams surviving, 56 players alive.
Yeah, I mean, it is quite a lot of teams, quite a lot of players, but this is Miramar, ladies and gentlemen. A map with such a big distance to cover that it's hardly, well, it's really difficult for you to actually see where your opponents are coming from. But the noises are being made and the shots are being fired by the players of Markpen. And this time they've taken target on the players of No Chance. ALxK is going to be taken down, but that actually happened by the players of OPEX. Toxin, I think, was the one who got the knock on No Chance ALxK.
Well, they're trying good for themselves just to, you know, take up these fights onto their directions. Tango and Markpen, yeah, they have a good area, but for how long can they just, you know, keep it up with themselves? That's one of the most important questions. And Markpen Momo just moving up again onto the other areas. That's just one thing, as these players are trying good for themselves. Talk about Parasite and Dictator. Well, obviously from different teams, but OPMF, they would want to move pretty close to the players of Markpen, as in the minimap they can see each other, but it's a matter of rush. If they spot someone, if they knock someone, one or two players, they can try.
Yeah, they can try to go for it, but where's the circle gonna go? Oh, it takes a shift. And it's on the eastern side of Hacienda del Patron, well, right where you do see Del Patron written on the map. That is where the circle is right now. SDMZ right in the center, along with the players of Pont Rush.
Circles in Del Patron, Hacienda's out.
It's on the boss. The circle's on the boss.
On the boss, yeah. Not on home. Like Hacienda del Patron, if you guys don't know, it's home of the boss, house of the boss. Well, we'll talk about that later. But OPM Dictator takes down one. We'll be finishing them down as well. Cocktail has been taken down, but the fight still continues as they are trying to spot the other players on. Kenzo has been taken down as well. Can he take the team down? No, he cannot, as Dictator goes down right now, and the finish will be just arriving. I mean, Dictator, that was a really good effort, though.
Yeah, that was a valiant effort, but the movement from the player of No Chance, that is the thing that actually mesmerized me. Did you see the way the player jiggled just in and out of the shots and just getting the knocks? But talking about getting the knocks, SDMZ, what is going on? OPEX, they're down 3 players. One has been finished off. Just one player is left standing, and that individual is in the back lines, absolutely nowhere near his teammates. The finishes are going to come in, and in an instant, OPEX, a team that was having a fun time taking on and picking off the players of No Chance, well, they are the ones getting picked off.
Yes, they are. Talking about SDMs, you can see the players just out here. Shelly's out onto that area. Marco, all right, it's going to be a 1v1 affair against the players, and you can see the situation that is just out there. But on the other side, AK doing a lot of damage. One more bullet could have done the job. Now it comes down the reeler on Marco. He has to move up forward. So many vehicles inside, but onto the other side, if you could see, SDM's Jelly, he did go down, and now SDM's move, he is out there just for the cover of his teammate. They spot each other one, but no, Marco, he rules the day. Bear Prince gets his own kill. We're talking about WMG. Sengi's just out there as the last man surviving. Baron and Zaki onto the other side. And Team Seal, they want to increase the gap once again. They want to stay at the top. If they win this game, or if they're in top 5 in this game, no one can contest them in the last game. They will be qualifying with the #1 on their heads. Let's see if Sengi can stop them in this particular game, though.
Yeah, definitely, and he's gonna, well, he has to stop them, otherwise it's gonna be a troublesome situation. WMG, oh, we were talking about Sengi, if he's gonna stop them, and Baron is like, I'm gonna blow this dude to pieces.
The way this fight just, you know, ended out, that was brilliant. That was actually brilliant on this situation. Well, we'll see how the things just, you know, keep up moving on forward, as Team Seal is out there with 4 kills for themselves. Dino, they lost 1 player. They don't have any kill as of now. They would want to, you know, just gather the numbers for themselves. We just talk about the numbers and everything. But now, looking up forward, we have to move up forward as well onto all these things. And talking about Salty, he's looking a bit onto this side right now. Dino Salty, he's just out there. We still have to see how the fights actually just, you know, change up with everything, as the players will be just, you know, moving up forward.
Well, the players are going to be moving up forward. Max Legend still present, and we're going to see if the teams can actually move forward in a wonderful manner. 13 teams still surviving, and it is going to be an interesting situation to see how these lads actually take the fights. All right, Jay was going for the shots on the players of Markpen, and Markpen is actually doing wonderful in this game. So, well, Max Legends, they are absolutely pinned down because they have Markpen in the distance who know where Max Legends are coming in from. Dino is there on the low ground and Seal right behind them. Max Legends are in a really, really tough position right now. They are put in a tough position right now. They will have to figure out a way to get out of it.
Yeah, they will have to figure out a way to, just get out of that area. But talk about OPM, once again, they're in the circle. Once again, they're in the bottom lines of the zone. Yeah. Once again, they have a decent area for themselves. Just like the previous Sanhok when they were in the center of the circle. But now the most important thing that this comes out is how are the players going to be, moving up forward onto everything. But if we just talk about this one, you can see Team Seal just moving up. They have all the players again. They are always going for bold moves. I love this about Team Seal.
Yeah, I mean, this is a bold team. They are going to go for bold moves, and especially when they have nothing to lose. Sitting on the first position, even if they get taken out earlier on this match, they still have the last match to recover. And the difference between them and the team on the second position is so much that it's going to be really hard for them to actually take down Team Seal with one game. Team Seal has to mess up both the games together, and then only then can they be in some trouble and get kicked off from the slot, from the qualification position. But right now, we did see one of the players from the side going down. Markpen in some trouble as Pasta is going to be taken out of the game entirely. NRC taking a fight against XB Rangers. Dino's Molotov is going to finish off Zaki and Baron. Team Seal, Wally, last player surviving, hiding inside the smoke, and he gets charged upon by the players of Dino. Lee, Salty, and well, Sod Magu is going to be there. They're going to look to finish off Wally, who's lying on the floor right next to them. They do not hear the sound cues of the lad.
Well, that did happen. Wally's still just out there surviving. But the smoke cloud, the cluster of smoke that is out here, it might just be one thing. Meanwhile, XB Rangers still already goes on by the play zone. You could just see it out there. You're talking about XB Rangers, they're just out there. But see, Wally goes down as NRC takes up a fight onto this area. Seal ankle. How long can that individual survive? We were talking about the bold moves that the Team Seal was doing. But now, Team Seal is with one-man squad.
Yeah, it's just a one player, one individual surviving, but NRC, oh my lord, they charge it into Dino, not knowing that the team is still there, and NRC, they get absolutely destroyed.
Wow, that was brilliant. But now talking about Team Dino, as we were seeing at it, Lee needs a revive, and that will be coming up right now, anytime soon, but the smoke's fading away. The smoke's fading away. They got to talk about that. Yeah, they are using more and more smokes onto themselves. Seal 9, meanwhile, has a good area for themselves, OPMF as well. But the circle, the next zone, where's it going to be? OPMF has it. Wow.
Oh, again. They had the zone on Sanhok as well.
Yeah, so this is the thing. 6 circle is when the circle betrayed them previously. I would love to see if that happens again or not. But look at Anka. He spots down 1, goes for a crowd shot. The location goes compromised. They still want to go for the fight right now. Switches the gun, but that did not do anything as Markpen, 2 players still surviving. They are looking good. They have 5 kills and no chance gets eliminated.
Well, no chance, in some trouble right now. Markpen, Pelzang managing to actually make it inside the edge of the circle. So they are on the southern edge, close to the players of OPMF, and they are actually gatekeeping the players of SDZ, and they can gatekeep the players of Max Legends as well if they actually try and move inside the circle. But look at this. Look at the players of Team Bear. How far away is this team from circle? Oh, XB Junior.
Whoa.
We talk about becoming one with the
nature.
Don't. Gets the knock. Senior is going to be there on the other side. Has to reload the M4 before he goes for the next fight. It's going to be a 1 versus 3 situation. XB Rangers Junior. He has secured 1 kill. Delayed the rotation for Team Seal 9 and put them in a lot of trouble.
I just wanted to say reverse gears are bad, and that you just saw that, right? As the Mirado was in the reverse gear, it took down 1 player. Junior, he's looking good still right now, as he's the one that can backstab the team. But look at their Seal 9, the place where they have reached, they are low on HP. Team Bear, they have to move forward. Susog and Nariman, they are out here. Roy is on low HP as well. Inky's just out there. They can finish down Prince though. But the throwables that the players are using, it might just be one thing, those random grenades being used. But talk about Marvel, he can just go for a really good grenade or something like that, can take down the players of Team Seal 9. But sounds like Team Seal 9 has some other plans, as Susog is on low HP right now. If they have another throwable, they can just, get a good hold of this fight. But will they be using it? Yes, they do. Bear Prince gets eliminated, and Bear Arimun, he has been taken down. Susog as well. I mean, Roy's grenade was brilliant, and now they know it. They're going to move forward. It's Marvel is the last player surviving. It's a 1v2 affair in the favor of the player capacity of Team Seal9, as they have more players surviving right now. And where Marvel, I think they spot them down as well. Moving up forward. All right, well, Marvel trying to do the damage onto the opponents right now, as Seal9's player Inky is the last one surviving. It's a 1v1 affair. He's moving on to the back-end side. Will that be good? As he's just out there. So many throwables being used up to perfection, but Roy needs a revive.
Well, Roy does need a revive. He's quite close to Inky. Is that going to come?
Oh! No.
How?
Well,
Junior.
This is how.
He's still here.
He's still here. He's still, breaking the games of the team. And that is brilliant. I mean, Inky does know that, he got the kill points for himself, got the Grenadier tag. We are down to 17, 14 players surviving.
Well, I mean, it's going to be quite an interesting scenario. OPMF still in a wonderful position, but the circle has gone away from them. They have the advantage in the fact that they have the cover right now, where all the other teams are stuck out in the open. If they can pick off a few individual lads before they move in, then they can have a wonderful position. Markman is still there with 2 players. Max Legends are still left fighting in this game, ladies and gentlemen. And finally, Junior is going to be shut off, as XB Rangers, they were eliminated from the match. But the man created a lot of trouble for a lot of teams.
He did, he definitely did. But now if you just, look at this one, you can see 16 remaining, 12 players alive. Max Legends, they have a good area. Markman as well, but now it comes down to the contestation of circle, in which Markman is closer to the circle as compared to Max Legends. I mean, if they want to move in, they got to eliminate either one player or just, eliminate the squad. Obviously, that's one thing. Got to take down one player. Something Jay is just moving up forward. Samita and Dilla onto the back end side. OPMF onto the right hand side, and hey, again, history repeats itself. When it's the 7th circle, circle betrays OPMF, and the zone is in the open, so the players have to just move forward somehow.
Exactly. And as we move forward in this matchup, I mean, look at this. So you did say the circle betraying OPMF, but OPMF, they need to make sure that this time they manage the situation a little bit better than they did in the map of Sanhok. Seal9 Roy, he is trying to run in. Pretty sure Aksim saw him before he prone down.
I thought his location was compromised, but look at this. Marco takes down Chico, and Chico needs up a revive. The revive will just arrive right now, but this is the thing. Zones are arriving, 7th circle, revives, the time that will be dishing out in the revive, that's one thing. But look at Markman, they are brilliantly out here. ICAM has been spotted down. He gets finished down by Illusion, and that is another wipe happening. We are down to 3 teams. OPMF, Markman, Max Legends. If Markman wins this one, they will contest for top 3 once again. But the thing is, it's difficult because it's 1 player surviving from Markman. That's going to be Illusion. Dilla cannot move out in the open. He's trying though. Jay gets down. Inky gets that kill, and he is going to go for the loot. And now he has to move forward to take that 1v1 fight. I mean, after the smoke, it's going to be a difficult situation for him. But what's going to happen? I think the location has been compromised. Felzang would have told us, and now it's a 1v1. Illusion gets up. He takes it down, but his location is also compromised by the players of OPMF. OPM is out there. 1v2 situation. Does Illusion know? Does he know that this is an important thing? Yes, he knows that for sure. But can he take those players out? Does he know that this is going to be a 1v2 affair? And how difficult is it going to be as Mahu and Aksim are moving up forward? The airdrop will give you the cover, will give you the level 3 stuff, will give you a new life altogether if you want to get that fight. So Illusion will have to do everything. 4 meters, 24 seconds. It is going to be a difficult fight.
Yeah, his armor is gone. His helmet is almost gone.
Oh, he spots out. He spots out.
He's going to go for the shots, but not going for them. And it is going to be a risky situation because the moment he fires a bullet, he's going to be finished off by the other lad. Sees the player jumping, goes for the bullet. The noise has been made.
No!
Illusion gets finished off as finally, ladies and gentlemen. The first game might not have been theirs when the circle was, but this time they make sure that they make it happen. OPMF. They get the chicken and then they jump up to the 10th position.
Brilliant OPMF. They had the player advantage. They used that incredibly. 22 points and 2-4-8 was the total damage. Amazing numbers coming out here. I mean, OPMF, even if anything, last sign of the circle just went ahead of them. Now this Miramar, even if the circle was ahead of the time, they got this. Of the time, they took a hold of the opportunity and they got this win. They got it.
They definitely did get this win. They took the center of the circle, the map, controlling the center of the circle quite wonderfully, and then moving forward to the later stage when, as you said, 7th circle, the circle betrayed them, but they made sure that this was their game. But MVP of the game, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Samitha from Max Legends.
4 kills, 1165 damage, 3 assists as well, 323 healing done. You know, 4 kills, 3 assists just means one thing. They have 7 at least, right?
Yeah.
So that more the merrier. That's one thing about this one. So yeah, Max Legends, they did good. Markpen, my main question is, are they back to top 3? Like that thing is going to be just one on up for the question, because NRC was also out there in a good number for themselves.
Yeah, it's going to be a big question. Are they going to be inside of the top 3? Because I mean, Markman, they were holding a wonderful position for themselves and definitely have the opportunity of moving and contesting the second position. But also considering that Team Bear were taken out earlier on in this game.
Yeah, I mean that's one thing. But talk about Max Legends. Samida, how many kills does the team actually have in all together? We talk about Inky, 4 kills for Jai, 5 kills for Lila. Kills does the team together? We talk about Inky, 4 kills for that individual lad as well. So much of the contestation in numbers.
Well, there is an amazing contestation going in terms of the players, in terms of the points for the teams as well, ladies and gentlemen. But, I mean, I would like to know how many points did the team actually get? Because, well, Max Legend, we know they were taken out quite earlier on, I mean, before the final fight.
Yeah.
So, but having the kills definitely puts them up in a good position, especially since 14 kills are going to be right on the board, and we still haven't seen what the 4th player actually did for the team.
I mean, we would want to see that, right? How it is. I would love to see the match standings, where the match standings are. And talking about that, obviously, you know, we would love to see where the players, you know, did perform for themselves, because that kind of is actually important. If we just, you know, have the conversation, because if we talk about the numbers and all, I would say if this is the report card of Max Legends, they might be above like Markman. We still have to see how many kills did they have, because you know at the end it kind of matters, like 15, 12, 10. We talk about because Max Legends was on 3rd position when the fight happened with Illusion, but they had more kills. Like it all comes down to that, the markings and all.
Exactly. I mean, points. Where are the points going to lead?
Whoa!
14 kills, and it's just 3 players who got all the kills. 24 points.
Wow, this is brilliant by these lads. We just talk about this. No PM, they did drop down. Markpen, where we talk about placement points, 12 and 7 for the kills. 9 had 14 as well. So quite a lot of like good efforts being put out all together.
Well, it was a valiant effort, but 9-16. We are going to see an upset over there, and that I'm talking about Team Bear. I want to know that is going to be critical, because Seal Esports, look at this, I was talking about this. Even if they have a bad game, it's not a 0 on the scoreboard. They have 5 points coming in for this match. So slowly and steadily, Team Seal, well, they managed to keep themselves in a pretty comfortable position. Well, look at this. So NRC, no chance, and Team Bear. All 3 of these teams is failing to perform. 3 points, no chance. NRC, well, they are on 2 points. Bear on 2 points. And well, NRC and Bear are the ones we are looking at over here, because these are the teams that are amazingly contesting the position on the top 2.
Look at this. OPM, talk about the fight that they had, talk about the damage that they had. Max Legends, talk about the damage that they had. So these 2 teams had a major chunk, followed by Markpen and OPX, like 5 kills, 14, 26 damage.
Well, an amazing performance by OPX as well. It was just the fact that, well, OPX, they were caught completely unaware when they were taken out. But I have to say, kudos to Junior Whitey from the squad of XB Rangers as well, the way he was creating chaos for the team.
He did, like especially for Seal 9, and then obviously taking the final player of Team Bear.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good moment, and he got the 2 kills, you know, for the team. So that was obviously brilliant. If we just, you know, have to talk about the situations and the stuff. So somehow I would say the match was good altogether, and this creates a good storyline, I would say, for the final match, if anything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the storyline is going forward, and that final match, oh boy, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Also, I mean, alright, so we're going to have the open moments in a few moments. Good wordplay there. But moving forward, we're going to have the overall standings. And that is something that I think is the most important right now. What is the difference between the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th? Because we were talking about this today before we started with off the matches. It was a close matchup between the 2nd and the 8th position. Then things get a little bit more sensible, and right now before this game, things looked really close between the 2nd and the 5th position.
Exactly. That is where, when we'll be having a look at the overall standings, that is where we'll be understanding how the difference is going to pan out around all those areas, like talking about the teams, talking about the way the teams are playing, talking about the way the players are playing, and all those things all together combined. So somehow, like, it's going to be a tricky affair, because nothing, like, it's not like a team, if a team plays good, they will be out there, because 185, 181. Ooh. Exactly. Ooh. That's what I was saying. Machman will be in top 3, 178, 176. Even Seal9 with a chicken dinner can contest for 2nd position.
Don't even need a chicken dinner to do that. That's like a 9-point difference between them and Team Bear.
I mean, hey, given the fact Team Bear will also be getting points,
yeah,
right? That's what I was saying.
Just for the safety measure.
Seal Esports, will they go for the triple digit in kills? They did go for triple digit in the placement today.
They won.
Yeah, that's true. So in that way, and imagine if Team Bear gets a chicken and Seal Esports gets eliminated, they get like 20 points or something, like 10 kills, 20 or 15 kills, and Chicken and Team Bear, they can contest for the 1st position as well. Like, things like that might happen.
Oh, if Seal Esports get eliminated, that's gonna be it's gonna be an absolutely insane moment, because
I don't know.
That team has been on the 1st position for a really long time.
Yeah, but talk about this. NRC was at the 1st position when the week started, right?
Yeah.
And they went down. They're still trying to contest back.
Definitely.
So anything can happen.
Well, anything can happen, but things did happen in the last game as well, and now we're gonna have a look at the open moments of the match, ladies and gentlemen. So we're gonna talk about the insanities once again. I'm gonna wait for
Insanity and Mistral. Yeah, the way the fight actually just started. Insanity going down. Machman getting everything onto this fight for themselves. Yeah, this was a brilliant fight, because Momo was getting a good cover from the back end side as well, and he was the one hell-bent on finishing the players as soon as he spotted them.
But I mean, things worked out in favor of him as well, in the terms that the players in front of you, when players are charging and they line up, you don't have to adjust your aim too much. You aim in one position, minor adjustment, and you can connect the spray on the 2nd player straight away. That is why Momo had an amazing finish.
Yeah, you gotta continue the spray altogether. That's how
that is one thing that happens with a lot of players. You pull your finger off the trigger a little too early, and then you get taken out. But with this, ladies and gentlemen, just one more game to go. We're gonna take a very short break, so you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome once again back to, of course, the final game of the Wildcard region, where indeed now we move in with Erangel map, and this is going to be the finale where, of course, every team have been waiting for. And without further ado, let's jump right in with the flight path itself and find out where exactly are we going to be looking at. Where indeed, of course, it is going from the south of the military base, going up towards north, towards Saverney, and that is what the flight path has in store for us today.
Last game, one final game. Markman's at third position.
Yep.
We talk about the positions, the point difference. It's not a lot till the fifth position.
Exactly.
It's just going to be like, you have to play it the way it's meant to be played.
You have to play it to perfection, Ocean, because again, Markman is certainly at the third spot as of now, but they need to move up, because only 2 teams are moving in with, of course, PMPL Season 3. And for that, of course, you have to be either the first or the second. Talking about the first, well, Seal is so dominating that reaching that point is going to be really, really difficult. But on the other side, of course, getting to that second mark is also not going to be an easy task, because there are so many teams who have, of course, been contesting for that exact same position, where indeed you talk about Bear. They are looking phenomenal. Mark Penn with 181 points on third as of now should be able to clutch that victory.
NRC 178, Seal 9 176. It's so close, like 9-point difference from second to 5. And imagine, I mean, I was talking this with Johnny. Imagine if Seal Esports does not get any points. I mean, I would love if they get more and more points, though.
True.
But imagine if something happens and Team Bear actually gets a 20-point, like a chicken dinner with like 10 points or something. They can, like, it's up for grabs. Everything's up for grabs. But hey, if talk about all these teams, if we talk about these teams and everything, any 2 teams are going to be making history today.
Absolutely will be for the region, no question about it. And of course, for that, Seal is what we're looking at right now. And what perfect turn of events.
That's
right
a landing.
Here. That is a perfect landing for a teammate. You're already set up with a buggy. And talking about SDZ Esports, never mind the SDZ, we've already got first knocks coming into the game, second knocks coming into the game, which have already been confirmed from the side of WMG, bringing in the first blood. And that's going to be Sengi.
Well, Sengi did actually take one player down with the shotgun, and Dictator has been, eliminated from the server, deleted from the server. We want to talk about talking about shotgun, Samita, who did not want to be far behind, but Marco takes it down as well. So now we're just talking about all these things. Somehow it's like fights everywhere, and it's important for every team. If you are not in top 5 or something, just go YOLO. Get those points for yourself.
Exactly, get those points most certainly. And with that, of course, we are looking at this player right here, which is of course going to be from Max Legends, who is going to be wanting to bring that revive. But OPFM, they were almost set with that perfect knock, with that grenade that was being booked. But eventually, of course, there is some sort of skirmish that has turned out in favor of course, OPMF. Will they be able to convert this? This has turned into a wonderful war right off the bat. Other than bringing in control for himself, for his teammate, Bill will certainly be able to bring that revive. Of course, the support has reached, and now those conversions will be bringing in points for the side of course, Mac Legend. On the side, OPMF are walking away with players being sent into the crate back into the lobby.
Well, OPEX, they never thought of it, right? They did lose 2 players. Now they are 2 men strong. If you just want to talk about this one, Samita has been revived as well, so that's a good thing for Samita right now. But the first aid, the HP factor, it's still out of contestation. 17 bullets onto Unknown's hands, and just goes for a reload. He cannot jump, because he jumps, he just goes to the other side. Like that's how the game kind of just plays with the patience. Want to talk about this one, but well, Unknown still just out. It does not have a vest. Does have a helmet though. But, if the shots just come down onto you, the level 1 helmet, not a good opportunity-ish thing right now. We still have to see what he can do. I mean, he takes spots down, 1 takes him down. Good usage of TPP, and the grenade also did the damage right from the back end side. Now all he has to do is spot the other person. He does spot Samita down as well. Samita is just out there, just moving up slowly and steadily, and now you can see a lot trying to take the other players down as well. So somehow, even if the fights are happening, it's not an easy fight. That's one thing that the players have to understand.
Exactly, and this is the position that I was looking at, where indeed Dilla right here is on top of this position and should have been able to get that perfect third-party situation going on for himself. But eventually it was Unknown from OPEX who was able to bring that player J of Max Lens down into the ground. As of now, of course, has not been confirmed into this lobby, but that is going to be only a time's tale. For now, of course, we are looking at Amita, who is bringing in that perfect domination towards the side of OPEX Unknown. And again, OPEX of course, has the support of the war, alongside which, of course, there's Toxin at the background as well, who will be relaying information as to where exactly should Unknown be looking for and placing his crossfires towards.
Samita's HP slowly and steadily is just increasing with those bandages and boosters, but you know, AK does the damage, and that's what OPX, they heard the footsteps obviously onto the other direction. They knew that someone was arriving pretty close to them, but now the thing that changes is it's a 2v3. 2v4 was looking quite a bit difficult, but 2v3 is kind of clutchable, right? The players can do it if they play the cards right, and making it a 2v2, even better. And I think they spot down another player, and talking about Jay is on low HP already, so Unknown might as well take this fight. Aladdin's the last one surviving. What's gonna happen? Max Legend gets eliminated! OPX,
wow.
What?
What a massive play that was. OPX was certainly the first team that brought in that knock towards the side, of course, Max Legends. But eventually it was Aladdin to the victory, to, of course, the support of his teammates. But again, move away from that situation, move away from that skirmish. It is OPX that is, of course, going to be walking away with all 4 players of this team of Max Legend being sent back into the lobby in the first 3 minutes itself. Talk about, of course, the circle itself. We are looking at a northern circle where indeed Yasna Poliana is going to be the center of this area for now. You are looking at in towards the military base. Sealex, that is all by themselves, but as they make that rotation, Bear could very well be bringing that demise for them, bringing that early rotation into, of course, a bit of a choke point for Sealex, because there is a lot of bridge contestation that we could very well see coming in, either working in favor of Bear or, of course, Sealex on towards the western side. Of course, we still do have NRC players who are all by themselves towards the side of Fairy Pier, but there's no other team that is going to be contesting them. And move on towards, of course, the eastern side of the map itself. You have B2R that is also looking pretty sorted towards Milta Power for now.
So if we just, talk about the things onto this one, I would say, yeah, the fights are still just going to be, just moving up forward, will be happening onto these areas. But if you talk about the players, like you can see NRC, they have to just, make up a good rotation, a good run inside the circle. Team Seal, Wally, Ankle, just finding up a good area for themselves. But XP Rangers, I mean, the way these players are rotating, it's a good rotation, given the fact that they gotta, find up their good spot right now. Otherwise, the zone is gonna just, take him down, because you can see 1300 meters is the distance between them and the circle. So, yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
Well, that's going to be a long rotation indeed, because after all, so many times we've seen these teams, none of these teams go for a straight in towards the rotation, towards the circle itself. They always end up going for a flank approach into the circle itself, because they know the teams drop zones as well, and of course they do not want to get contested right off the bat this early in the game. This is going to be the final game where indeed certain teams are going to be working towards getting those placement points, certain teams are going to be working towards getting those aggressive kill points, and then of course all of that combined is going to be either providing you either in the top 2, or will, of course, be working towards getting you that much more share of the prize.
Whoa, Baron has an M24. Give us a running car shot. I mean, Baron, he knows he's capable of it. He did try to give out a few shots, though. I mean, they would have connected the vehicle for sure, if anything. Yep. But he's an incredible sniper. I've said this before, I'll say this again. If there's one sniper that I would say is one of the most incredible out here in this region, it has been Seal Baron. He has been a dedicated sniper, still has had like more number of kills than like other players like Assaulters, and also, yeah, this guy knows how to get the game, how to just, get the mindset of his own self to be aggressive, and he brings results as well.
He absolutely does. This is not, of course, the first time that we're noticing him, of course, with that sniper, but indeed, when you talk about the M24, he has perfect control of that gun. Now, talking about rotations, it is SEALX coming in from the military base that will be making their, of course, early entry into the circle itself. As of now, Bear X is moving on towards the Milta Power itself, or rather towards Milta for now, and Milta Power region that was, of course, controlled by B2R have already made that rotation and will be probably moving on towards the side of Prison. For now, all the teams pretty much are going to be getting themselves sorted and segregated into the zone, and with that we've got the second shift coming in for the zone, and that again moves these teams towards the center being Yasna Poliana once again.
Well, from Kameshki to Stalbers, where SDMC goes down, they have the proper area, proper northern area for themselves as of now. But if OPX, the two players that are actually on a roll, if they come inside the circle, it might just be a bit of a tricky thing. Seal 9's arriving slowly and steadily, and RC Susti has been taken down as of now. And that, I guess, probably would have been due to the placement or something like that, and probably will be moving back, going for the revive, and all those things might just happen as of now. Well, that's just one thing. But talking about the circle, yeah, Yasna slowly and steadily is gathering. the population is increasing right now.
Exactly, for that city, all the teams are certainly wanting to get those apartments in their control. And for now, of course, the teams that are going to be able to make that rotation work in their favor and get into those apartments, the sooner the better is what the result is going to be favoring for them. For, of course, you move on towards SDZ Esports. They are taking shots right now. They are in the open as they brought that rotation working for them. It is OPMF that is, of course, bringing in some annihilation towards the side of course, Mixfall for now. And it is Mixfall that is not looking good for on the other side. OPMF Esports, they have complete control of that information that SDZ Sports were making that rotation for now. Of course, you talk about early contestations, you talk about what team is going to be having control of course, this Napoleona region. That is going to be this team for now. And again, not only one team, but this team is also taking down Cocktail from No Chance, and that is phenomenal turnover wins. This player for now, in the matter of 2 minutes, has knocked down 2 players. Will he be able to confirm those kills for himself?
But he did try though, I mean, nothing taken away from that individual. He did try to take down the players, and everything was happening brilliantly out in this one. But you can see Mahu still, just trying to spot down the players if he can, and just trying to take him down. And a shot being injected, that's a good thing. Taco meanwhile takes down one player from Team Dino, and you can see now Taco moving up forward. Oh, he misses the other one. I mean, does he know or does he not? Had he been on to the right hand side in the previous floor, it would have been one thing. But now I guess he has spotted on. Lee goes down in the situation as well. Will be finished down. And there's a level 3 backpack as well onto the other side if you just, want to get a hold of it.
Exactly, and for now, of course, we're looking at Senge with perfect level 3 setup looking on for himself, and that's, of course, the side of Dino for now. That is going to be at the receiving end for one of their players has been knocked for the side of Dino, but eventually move that conversation towards WMG. They are bringing in perfect control. Taco once again just bringing in that domination, converting those kills into points, and once again getting another player of Dino confirmed, and for that it is going to be Dino's 2 players being sent back into the lobby for now.
Yeah, Salty is just onto the other ground. As you can see, he just wants to move away from here. He does not want to be a part of this fight, but well, not so easy. Not so easy. The damage has been done. Oh, the buggy flip just happened as OPMF was onto the other direction. If it's not WMG, it's OPMF. I mean, Yasna, just like we said, right? Population is increasing. You gotta watch your back on that open road.
Absolutely. I mean, the tenants in this small little city is certainly increasing, and for that, of course, there's a lot of contestations that, of course, we're starting to see, but eventually there will be a lot more, because this is only zone number 2 that we're looking at onto the game. And again, 12 minutes in, we're already looking at 15 teams, and amongst that, there have been so many knocks, so many conversions of those kills. From 64 players, we've been brought down to 54 players already, and for now, it is, of course, WMG and OPMF that we've seen bringing in some annihilating plays for the side of Yasna. But with that, the circle takes another shift, moves away from the city, and goes on towards the eastern side, where indeed those ridges, Mark Penn is going to be in control. Sealex have made a wonderful rotation for themselves, are going to be perfectly setting themselves up in one of those compounds, and once again, it seems like Sealex will be able to get this perfect rotation for working in their favor, because again, you talk about points, they have that control. You talk about being in the zone, they have that control. You talk about converting that zone rotation, getting that rotation working in your favor is one thing, but then getting into the zone with no other team there to contest you is just perfectly working for Seal for now. Along with Mark Penn, and along with that, it is all the other teams slowly and steadily rushing into this region, where indeed you have a few little hills that, of course, will be one of those opportunities that Mark Penn could very well utilize in their favor to get early information. But along with that, there are so many teams that are now moving away from the Sniper region. There is going to be skirmishers left, right, and center, 360 around as we move in, because the circle has just shifted once again.
Well, you could see the spray was just, moving on slowly. No chances players. They are just out here onto this location. They find up a good area for themselves. Bear Prince 6 on XB Rangers, both are YT, and will be finishing him up as well, but no chance. All right, XB Rangers, they are moving on forward, but Tala YT goes down. Junior surviving, but the Uzi is demolishing the competition from Kenzo, but Kenzo gets spotted on. Kazi goes down onto the other direction. You can see Anka's HP is pretty low. I mean, Junior can take one more player down. He can actually eliminate the squad. Anka, watch out for that grenade. The grenade's out there. What's happening? The damage will be a lot, and there it is. Whoa!
What a perfect play that was from Junior indeed. He has been able to convert that 1, 2, 3 knocks into a perfect squad wipe itself amongst those squad, and that was, of course, no chance. That was at the receiving end. With that, you move towards SDMZ right now. SDMZ is bringing in that aggression, bringing in those Molotovs as well as those grenades towards the side of 187, and eventually 187 is going to have a little bit of damage, but for now, of course, they are going to be able to rush away from that position and get themselves set up right here. And that is, of course, Nam that we're looking at. And on the other side, of course, Nam as well as Nady are going to be setting up a perfect cross point for the side of SDMZ, because they are set up in only one house, whereas you talk about 187 Esports, they have 2 individual houses that they have a flanking position set up for the side. And that is probably going to work in their favor if they play their cards right. For now, you're looking at a few little rotations coming in from 187 itself as they move away from that one compound and move onto the open fields itself. On the other side, onto the back end, in fact, you've got SDMZ that is going to be so very close as well. And SDMZ is going to have to, well, convert this fight either in their favor or move away and retaliate against the side of 187. But as soon as they try and do so, it is going to be CLX that will probably be waiting for SDMZ.
Yeah, but if we just talk about this one, right? As you can see, the grenade in the hands of Naeem can do the damage. Oh, he did cancel it out though. Had he just, pulled out the pin and thrown the grenade, it would have done a lot of damage right now. But Array might be on the receiving end. No, he's not. As of now, Naeem has to be a bit back, and Nare needs a revive as well. The clock is ticking on that individual. But talking about the circle and everything, look at how Markman is playing. They are playing away from the fights right now. They know how important it is, and hit it. All right, so he was trying to use that SKS to his advantage though. But that did not happen. But now, again, Seal's here, Seal9 is here, Markpen's here, Team Bear. So every team in top 5 knows how important this is for them. Every team in top 5 knows.
Absolutely. I'm loving the position that Markpen have actually got themselves set up on that hill, and that's going to be working in their favor because they will have the information for all the other teams as to how they make that rotation, what compound are they going towards. And Markpen is, of course, for now not retaliating, but only looking on to getting that information. You talk about SDMZ, they are still in that compound. They are still stuck in that house. And to be able to convert this position for themselves, they have to bring on players of 187 Esports. But 187, they keep on shifting away from one spot to the other. SDMZ do have utilities. They did end up utilizing those utilities as well. But again, just like I said, 187, they always keep on changing those positions. That makes it a little difficult for SDMZ to be able to retaliate. But along with that, 187 Napu right here, bringing in another perfectly thrown grenade and has already knocked down another player of SDMZ. But along with that, SDMZ also have the crosshairs set up towards the compound of CLX and have knocked another player of CLX for now.
Well, having a good area for themselves is what the players are doing right now. But talking about SDMC, all the players are still surviving. Yeah, that is true. But for how long can they survive? That's one of the most important questions that we have to just ask onto this location for the players and everything. Because this, again, and again, is the last game. If we just, talk about this one, last game for the regional finals of South Asia Wildcard Region PMCO is what we are looking at right now. One of the most important features, 2 slots. 2 slots from here are moving on to PMPL. So those 2 slots should be just, out. The Team Seal, they're still surviving. They're still pretty good. They have all the players and they're at the top position right now. But Roy's grenade takes on Salty, but Ghosty's grenade takes on Roy. So nade trades happening all over.
Absolutely, on the other side of the map, that's exactly what we're looking at. Onto this compound that we're stuck in, glued to our screens. We are, of course, looking at SDMZ and 187 Esports, alongside which is going to be on the other side. CLX, but far away. There's another team that is, of course, wanting to rush in. As we see on the top right-hand side of our screens, we've got another team that is wanting to retaliate towards this compound. And that team, of course, could very well bring in a lot of annihilating, dominating plays. And that's going to be the team of B2R for now. Of course, now we move on along towards the side of SDMZ, who once again are still stuck and glued to this house, glued to the 2 floors that they have control of. But talk about S9, that is where we were looking at grenades, and eventually it is Dino's team that gets eliminated.
Look at Inky. He just used up a few shots. 1 shot was needed to take down one last player as well, and that's where it just happened. Again, if the circle's with you, don't take unnecessary fights. That's what these 2 teams are knowing up right now. But still, they know that they are out there, and they will start. They will just tease up a bit with the fights here and there, and then they will just stay back onto themselves. And that's just one thing that has been happening up right now. SDMZ, we just talk about the players. They are still trying to find up a good area for themselves. I mean, they have a good area, but the thing is, Nare, here's a revival on 187. Like, how will it happen? Will the revival happen? By the looks of it, Napu is just moving up forward. Oh, he does reach out there. Brilliant effort in reaching out to that area. But now comes the circle, and circle is with Team Seal.
Once again,
wow.
That is just perfectly working in CLX's favor. They've got the compound working for them. They have given away the information that there is one team in there, but eventually, of course, when you talk about the contestation, CLX is all by themselves. And now Mark Penn, even though they were looking pretty comfortable and sorted on top of that ridge, are going to have to make that rotation. As they do so, they will be coming out in the open. And for that, they will be in the crosshairs of so many of these teams, where you look at WMG on the map, you look at S9 making that rotation as well. That is going to be troublesome as they try and get themselves into the zone. But CLX is going to be very comfortable, and with that, of course, we're looking at Baron once again bringing in some annihilating plays towards the side of B2R. That is on the receiving end towards the Golden Coast is what I want to call it. We're, of course, looking at that smoke wall right in front of us right now. That is from the player of course, SDMZ Array. And that smoke wall that we just noticed was, of course, from B2R. And now B2R has decided to enter the compound as well, because they were getting shot at from CLX's side.
Well, B2R, the movement is just arriving. 187 might be sandwiched because SDMC is onto the back end side, but the thing is they don't have to be out in the open. Not a lot though. That's one thing that they have to look at, the smokes that they are creating. I mean, Horse wants to move around in this house, and Madrox actually just reaches out to that house, and the players are moving up forward. No, Madrox goes down as Napu takes up the first person. Napu, he is still surviving somehow, but hey, has the kill been stolen? Right around those areas. I mean, Napu, he does get his own kill. And look at this, OPM versus Team Bear. Team Bear, it's important for them to survive right now. Otherwise, things are going to be looking really bad right now, because there are other teams. You can see Markman right on the back end side. They are contesting for the top 2 spot. Team Bear is right now on the second position. It might just be one thing, but Bear Prince goes down. Bear, they are left with 3 players right now. Susog is just out there, but on the low ground, he goes down as well. OPMF is trying to take up a good fight, and they are looking brilliant in this effort. And Markman, like, this is important for Markman as well, because Team Bear is taking a fight, but no, Arimon, he goes down, but no, Team Bear.
Ouch, that was a big ouch indeed, but back to the compound that we were at. It is 187 holding their ground. B2R is the team that was at the receiving end and has been sent back into the lobby, but of course 187 did have a lot of dominating play in this, for which of course they have been punished. They've been brought down to 2 players as of now. They were looking 3-man strong going up against SDMZ, but eventually it's a 2-man army, where indeed it is Nade and Napu who remain available and alive for 187. Bear on the other side that we just saw were on the receiving end has been eliminated.
They have 1 kill and 1 placement point. They have 2 points right now. What are the other teams going to do? That's the question. Other teams, I mean, talking about team at the 3rd, at the 4th, at the 5th. How many points are they gonna, just accumulate from?
Well. For now, we do know that CLX is on top of that leaderboard, but CLX, as we look onto the top right of our screens, is also getting contested, and with that, another circle shift in favor of CLX once again. CLX's compound is being skirmished by this pink dot that we can see, and that is of course going to be a lot of trouble, and that could very well be Mark Penn.
Mark Penn's players are on the receiving end of a fight. If we just talk about this one, so probably after them, Mark Penn might be the next team. Like, you can just talk about NRC, taking a fight onto the other. You can see Team Seal and NRC pretty close, but Illusion goes down as well. I mean, Mark Penn, again, it's about survival. Mark Penn Pelzan goes down. You can see the kill feed. It's just running out there. OPMS Mori using an AUG taking on XP Rangers. Alright, so XP Rangers gets eliminated, but looking at forward to all the other things, you can see 187. Now, 187, the team has been playing brilliant today. They were the team at the last 16 spot, but today in 3 games, including this one, they have been incredible. Their 1 game was bad, other than that 2 games were brilliant, and now this one is also going really brilliant. Talking about the teams, you can see how each and every team is playing, but Seal9, they are looking good. They have 1 player down. The revive should just come in, but they have kill points for themselves. 6 kill points. That's brilliant.
That is just wonderful turn of events. But Mark Penn is not looking good. Mark Penn is not looking good at all. Alongside that, it was 187 that was holding that compound for the longest time. But eventually, it is SDMZ that hold that ground perfectly in their control. And right now, talking about receiving end, it is OPMF and S9. Seal has been sent back into the lobby.
Seal9 gets eliminated. We are just out here, as you can see, and Mark Penn also did go down while the fights were happening. So it's a close call, close affair, something. Talk about this. Well, I want to see what Team Seal does till the end, because they have 10 kills and obviously are looking good for placement points. Can they get this chicken enough on themselves? That's the question. SDMC, NRC goes down. But talk about SDMC, they have 1 player surviving. That's Jelly. and Jelly's also on really low HP. How is he gonna survive the grenades, the nade parades, the nade trades and everything? Jelly, don't put up that first aid because the grenade's just pretty close and it will take him down. Team Seal is looking brilliant. They have players surviving and the contestation is with OPMF. 2 teams remaining. It is a 4 versus 2, 4 versus 1 affair as one more player is down. Mora is the last one surviving. Team Seal is moving forward to the final fight. And with this, your winners, Team Seal.
Team Seal indeed with 14 kills. What a beautiful turn of events it has been for SEALx. And with that, they have created an incredible lead in terms of the points itself. Of course, they were on 1 and now walking away with 14 kills along with the chicken dinner. They are looking even more strong, but the conversation will always result towards what will be that second team right behind them. Because again, we know that Mark Ben was contesting for that spot. We know Bear was contesting for that spot. But eventually, when you talk about both those teams, they did not have the kind of affair that they wanted to in the final game.
They did not, that is true. But the way Team Seal played, the way this team played, absolutely brilliant. The final match, they were like, yeah, we are at the top. They went YOLO. They were like, let's get those points, let's get everything, and that was brilliant.
Absolutely. With that, of course, every single game will have that valuable player, and today's MVP will move on towards SEALx's player, and that's going to be Wally with 7 kills, 983 damage dished in 23 minutes of his survival time and 1 assist.
And 197, like almost 200-ish healing done, right? That's just one thing. But let's talk about everything, right? Moving up forward. So Wally did good for himself, for the team overall. That's brilliant. Talking about Zaki, he was in one of the top players. Like, you get it, 7 kills, 6 kills. That's brilliant number, obviously, coming up. But OPMF, Axiom and Moret, they were taking a lot of fights. So first position and second position, obviously these 2 teams were out there contesting each other. But Team Seal, like, they eliminated squads by squads in the final moment.
Exactly, and again, you talk about that rotation. They were the second last team to get into the circle, and as they were doing so, moving on towards contestation of being a tenant in Sniper Layer, the circle shifted and they moved their buggies and vehicles towards the other side and found that compound, and that's where they stuck and grounded themselves in, cemented themselves in, and while they cemented themselves, making that rotation, brought in 14 kills. Beautiful play.
Yeah, 29, 22, 13, 12. This is how it is. I mean, Seal 9 has 12 points. Team Bear is not out here.
Nope.
Mark Pen's not out here.
Ouch.
NRC has 7. I mean, can we just skip to the overalls? I just want to see where Team Bear. What about Seal 9?
Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen indeed? But you talk about the gameplay coming in for this game. From this game, it was Mark Ben at the receiving end with 2 total points that they were walking away with. That was only based on their placement points. They're walking away with 2 points, which was based on 1 placement point and 1 kill point, and that again leaves both these teams with only 2 points that they've got. And again, you talk about other teams, they were phenomenal, they were beautiful, and that will of course lead us towards, well, the kind of damage that was dished throughout the game. Of course, we know SEALx were just dominating with 14 kills, 2299, almost 2300 damage dished throughout all the fights that they took.
Look at every other, every other bar in comparison to Team Seals.
Yep.
It's like they were setting up the bar. They were sealing the deal. So many wordplays are just coming out of my mouth right now because I just want to, go all in with everything. But they were the ones that were making every team like the full stop was just at that 2299, if anything.
Exactly. I mean, again, you've got 2300 points coming in damage coming in from the side of SEALx, and the next team were only at about 1500 damage. So again, it kind of showcases the domination SEALx has brought in towards the entirety of this region. With that, of course, let's move on with the open moments and have a look at the entirety of all these skirmishes that right off the bat started off with, of course, Max Legends. That were the one who brought in the perfect spot.
Well, they started off good, but movement, it's going to be something that just changes up all the other things. Talking about this one, 16 teams were alive, but slowly, like first circle, yeah, we get it. Not a lot of fights happen, but then also a proper squad vibe in the first circle. That was something like that's how the players were trying to move up forward with their momentum. But moving up forward, this is where no chances fight. I mean, you saw that grenade that just changed the pace of the entirety
Absolutely, and that was just beautiful to be able to see. And this fight right here, this is the grenade you were talking about, where had no chance to be able to walk away. It was just a silver of an HP that was, of course, left on with Anka, and he was the only man surviving. All other 3 players were knocked.
His grenade did do the damage to his own teammate as well. His teammate also went down, but then his teammate would have been like, hey, why did you nade me? Oh, okay, 3 more kills. Yeah, that's okay.
That's fair enough. That's a good conversation.
That's fair enough. But well, talking about this moment, this is where most of the teams were going down, and at the end, you could see SEAL9 was looking good, but then they were taken down by OPMF, and this is where the final fight was happening. One good grenade to rule them all, and then yeah, Spray is moving up forward. Seal Ankle just moving on to this area as well, and Team Seal got the best of everything.
Well, they sealed the deal indeed for themselves, and with that, of course, now is the time. Now is finally the time, I believe, to move on exactly. Roll the drums once again, Ocean, because it is time to find out what other team is going to be moving in, and it is SEAL9. Wow.
Seal Esports, SEAL9, 187, 188. 1 point difference. And this 1 point is going to be looking a big difference right now. We just want to talk about this one. 185, 183. I told you, top 5 is going to be close. That's what it was. Wow.
That is too close, actually. Too close for comfort, indeed. Where you talk about BearX, they were just perfect. But eventually, the way that worked out against them, 2 points is what they walked away with. Had they got just 1 more point, just 1 more point, it would have been close. It would have been actually so very close. But Seal Esports and SEAL9 are looking perfectly gorgeous.
Yeah, they are definitely looking perfectly good out there. Max Legends, SDMZ, WGB2R. I mean, all these teams, if we just want to talk about this one, every team was brilliant. And I'm not saying just these 16 teams. 32 teams from where we started. Yes. Every team has been looking brilliant for themselves. Every team has been looking incredible for themselves. But hey, till the end, it's like a team wins, a team loses. It just goes down with the things. So that's just one of the things if you just want to talk about this one. But talking about all these teams, Team Bear. Incredible fight. I've been knowing this team since like the first Wildcard PMCO. They have been incredible. Markman, a team that rises up from Bhutan and just tries to conquer the lobby, and they have done it multiple times. So teams out here were brilliant. OPEX, another incredible team. Talking about the kill leaders, Wally, Marvel, Baron, 44 kills. Wow, but Baron's stamina almost 9,000.
What a perfect play it has been for Celex. But also along with that conversation, I cannot miss to talk about No Chance and that wonderful play that they had for themselves. I mean, 3 chicken dinners is what they got for that team, and that was beautiful to be able to see again. I mean, that was just beautiful. That was beautiful play, and throughout from the group stages into the regionals, we have seen some amazing plays all across the board from all 32 teams. But with that, let's move on to the head-to-head indeed, where we are going to be looking at teams that we did not actually expect that were going to be playing phenomenal, but they did. And with that, they have showcased some wonderful stats for us. And of course, as we move on away from the kill leaders, it is the head-to-head that will, of course, put in that full stop to the conversation that, yep, you talk about domination, here we are.
First and second. Yep. Talk about the number of kills that they have. 113 and 92. Both of them had similar number of chicken dinners for themselves, but the damage given, damage taken, it has been a proper thing. Talk about this, 234 points, 188. The difference, yeah, it was there. But at the end, Seal Esports, they wanted to seal the deal. SEAL9, they wanted to seal at the second spot because 2 spots only, and both have been sealed for now.
Absolutely, and these are the 2 teams that are going to be, of course, moving into PMPL Season 3, and that is going to be gorgeous to be able to see Seal Esports as well as SEAL9, the kind of play that they've had, the kind of domination streak that they've had. Of course, Bear is going to be wanting to get just that 1 more point.
Just one more point. This 1 point is going to feel like an eternity, trust me.
It's going to haunt them.
It is going to feel like it, but it was incredible. It was incredible, all these teams, trust me.
Absolutely. With that, thank you guys so very much for tuning in. With that, we do reach the end of course, all of our streams. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We're going to be back with, of course, PMPL Season 3. Until then, take care. Adios.